First and foremost, we're going to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rachakadash. Double honors to the elder apostles, great millstone, who rule well. And salutation and much love to the Akim out there pushing out his word, truth and sincerity, week in and week out. You know, and we're the brothers from Great Millstone Tampa back on the highways and byways. You know, to pronounce the judgment of the Lord. The Lord is about to bring heavy judgments out here. All right, and he's giving you a warning to our people. All right, if you're an Israelite, whether you might not know it or not, but if this word takes heed to you, or you take heed to this word, then maybe you need to re-examine your life, because the one you ignorantly call Jesus Christ is about to make a grand return. That's right. And when he returns, he's bringing death and destruction. All right, contrary to what the churches tell you, Jesus is not coming back to hand out high fives. He's coming back to bring judgment. That's right. Get that in Isaiah 66. Because everybody thinks the Lord is going to send his son. All right, the one you call God is going to send his son to hand out high fives and tell you you've done a good job. Well, you're greatly mistaken. All right, because everything you do and every walk you take is against the Lord. Everything you do is contrary to the Lord. And see, the music got to stop when the prophets come out. That's right. All right, so hey, laugh now, cry later, because times are about to get tough. World War III has already begun. Very soon, you're going to get drafted. And your wife, your daughter, they're going to be out here to fend for themselves. But guess what? We'll be here. Hey, get in good hands like all state. Go ahead, though. That's the book. Wait, you had some real quick? Yeah, he had some real quick.
It's Amos 5 and 10. And it reads, they hate him that rebuketh in the gate.
Yep, they hate us. They hate him that rebuketh at the gate. So we out here ruining your weekend, but in reality, we're giving you the warning from the Lord. The Lord has sent us out here to warn you of the death and destruction that's coming. Not only to America, but the world. But most specifically, the day of doom. All right, the lake of fire will be here in America. So we're here just to wash our hands of your blood, just like Pontius Pilate did with the Lord. He washed his hands, so we washing our hands by warning you, giving you warning from the Lord. We're not making this up. We didn't write the Bible. We just messengers. Don't shoot the messenger, right?
Yeah, you're talking about that.
Yeah, good enough.
And it reads, back in Amos 5 and 10, they hate him that rebuketh in the gate, and they abhor him that speaketh uprightly.
Yeah, they abhor us that speak uprightly. Like, look at all these people. As soon as we start telling them they're going to die, lest they repent, they abhor us. They start walking away. They laugh like clowns because they think they got a nice little whip. But then when the Lord comes and brings death and destruction upon them, who are they going to call upon? Then we're going to be the ones laughing in your clown ass. With your cheap ass shit.
That's right.
You think you're doing good, but guess what? Your slave masters is giving you debt.
That's right.
You driving a Mercedes, but guess what? Your handler, your master, he's flying in private jets.
That's right.
And you think you're doing good. But over here, we're giving you the answers to life. We're giving you, look, life everlasting. But you think it's funny? That's why you're going to die in nuclear missiles, man.
That's right.
And then you wonder why your auntie got diabetes. They got to cut her foot off. It's because they disobeyed the Lord. As you, to this day, continue to do. Our people continue to disobey the Lord. Even though his prophets are here showing them. Then the scriptures say they seeking for a sign. And here it is. This is the only sign you're going to get. The signs of the times are for the prophets. This is the sign you're going to get. This is the compassion. Remember, we ended Wednesday, me and his brother went into it. This right here is compassion of the Lord. This is the compassion of the Heavenly Father, whether you want to realize it or not. The fact that we're out here sacrificing our lives and gave up our lives to do this every week, day in and day out. This is the compassion of the Lord, man.
This is representing the true mercy and love of our Heavenly Father, man. You know, through his Son. Because the Lord has put the Spirit within us to give you fair warning before he set that righteous judgment upon the wicked, man. So here it is, you have a grace period to correct your wrongdoings, all right, to earn your exemption from judgment. Okay?
Yeah, more than that?
No, that's it. Go back to that.
Oh yeah, whatever you got. Holy Spirit.
All right, come on. It's the book of Proverbs 1. We start at verse 24. It says, because I have called and ye refused, I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded.
Yeah, so the Lord called and you refused, man. Again, we're not out here handing out pamphlets. That's not what the Lord said to do. We're just going to warn you, bro. We don't need to send you on your way with a pamphlet that you're going to put in the trash. Now, we're going to put it in your ears. You're going to hear it one way or another. But if you fan that off, you get up on the street, get up on out of here. Hey, there's no excuse. You still heard it. Whether you was talking to somebody, you still hear us, man. You're sitting over there eating some chops, with your chopsticks, and you still heard us from across the street.
Reads on. But ye have set at naught all my counsel, and with none of my reproof.
Yeah, most of our people don't want none of the reproof of the Lord, man. Because what? When that light shines on them, they know their deeds are evil, so they avoid it, man. Our people don't want to hear that. Our people don't want to hear that the things they're doing are evil. So what do? They continue to do more evil at the same time as avoiding us, man. Just like we abhor the evil, they abhor us. That's why the scriptures say they think it strange that we run not to the same excess of rioting with them. They think it's strange, so they're going to do the same thing with us. You wondering why people don't want to hang out? But that's a good thing. Hey, that's what the Lord saying. When they forsake you, when they revile you,
Blessed is he.
So good. The more you get away from us, the better. Because like that, we don't even got to, because hey, sometimes you got to tell a motherfucker and then they'll never talk to you again. Hit them with the truth. But sometimes you just show them your lifestyle and they won't want to hit you up no more. Either way, we good with it. But me personally, I'd rather tell you before you hit up on the street. If you want to avoid spending time with me, well then let me give you a good reason. Not just because I stopped smoking with you. I want to let you know why I stopped smoking with you. Then you can go on your way.
It reads on, verse 26. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh.
And that's what the Lord's about to do. That's what he's doing now, man. Here it is, 30,000 people missing, 50,000 people dead. We laughing. And it's the Lord laughing. Because what? The same way the Lord sends his message, the same way he's going to laugh, man. He warning you, and he's going to laugh at you the same way through his prophets, man. You're not going to hear a voice like the Lion King, Simba. You know what I'm saying? Now you're going to hear the prophets of the Lord laughing at you. The Lord's going to mock you, man. And he's going to mock you through your own derisions. Right? The Lord's going to mock you through the men that you've been mocking. Right? Because of what the First Chronicles 36 said, they mocked the Lord of the messengers of the Most High until the wrath came upon them, roughly paraphrasing, man. It's all fun and games to niggas start dying, man. And then they want to come seek for us, because that's why the scripture say after the evil saying in 10, the famine of the words will come, but they're gonna seek to and fro, not be able to find it. Yeah, everybody's gonna be, and everybody think it's funny until the shit hit the fan. Then even gonna look for the answers. Oh shit, I remember them guys over there on reading them Bibles. They did tell me about this. Then we ain't gonna be here. Joke's on you now. You have more of that?
Verse 28, it says, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me.
Yeah, that earliest, because the scripture saying, seek ye the Lord while it's early. Or seek ye the Lord while he may be found. This is too late though. Yeah. This early is too late. Read it again, because it said they're going to see them early, but not be found.
Going back in Proverbs 1 and 28, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me.
So you're going to seek the Lord when it's too late. Now's the time to seek the Lord, man. While society's still intact, while you still got the luxuries to order food, what's it, Grubhub or Postmates, all this shit, you don't even have to leave your house for anything. But what, there's going to come a day where people's going to come looking in your house for anything. This is what we warning you about. If you don't want to take heed to it, that's not our problem, man. We just giving you the warning from the Lord. All right, because if not, the blood will be on our hands. But if we warn you, then the blood, we get the blood off our hands, and that's what we out here for. Whether they hear, whether they forbear. Go ahead,
Real quick. So Sirach chapter 5, verse 7. Sirach chapter 5, verse 7. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. So you keep putting this off. Here it is. You got the warning from the men of the Lord. You got the warning from the prophets, straight from the prophets. The warning from the Heavenly Father, and you putting it off. Oh, I'm gonna serve the Lord when I want to serve. I'm gonna serve the Lord after my 30th birthday or whatever you want. Yeah, the Lord's gonna end up destroying you, man. Because suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth. It's just gonna happen. It's just gonna happen one night, and you're not gonna be ready for it. He wasn't doing anything to obtain salvation. So suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in your security, when you think everything is straight, that's when the Lord's gonna bring destruction upon your household, man. And then
I got a quick one after you're done.
go ahead.
Okay. This is Jeremiah chapter 6 and verse 10. Jeremiah chapter 6 and verse 10. To whom shall I speak and give warning, that they may hear? Behold, their ear is uncircumcised, and they cannot hearken. Behold, the word of the Lord is unto them a reproach. They have no delight in it. And yeah, that's our people, man. That's why they despise the prophets. You know, they chased us out of cities. They killed us because it's a reproach unto them. It's not a lovely song. It's not sweet to to their ears. You know. And that's why the Lord said, lest they repent and be healed. Yep. The Lord ain't trying to heal these majority of our people, man. That's why it's in parables and mysteries and all these things, man. It ain't for everybody at the end of the day. It's just giving it's the warning. But what? We already know that the Lord told us that they're not gonna believe. Their head's gonna be hard against our head. We already know the majority of our people ain't gonna get with it. But that's not our problem. We're gonna warn you regardless. And sometimes we'll warn you even more and more. That's the compassion of the Lord. We're not doing this because we want to save you. Shit, we're trying to save ourselves. But I'm talking about people out there in the world. We're gonna tell you, and if the Lord put the Spirit on us to tell you more than twice, then the Lord is really showing you mercy.
That's right.
That's it.
This is Galatians.
So like, where you want? Where you got a question?
Yeah, there's a
Nah.
Galatians.
Google it, man. Get out of here, man.
No, there's a girl laying on the
Galatians
sidewalk next to
4 and 16. Am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth?
Yeah. Are we becoming your enemy because we tell you the truth? This ain't math. Shit, we here to warn the people of the impending doom, not the impending corner that's coming up.
What you say something?
And then he went the other way anyway. That's the demon, man. That nigga crawled out the sewer, just to interrupt, man. But the point is, the brother just read, we become your enemy because we tell you the truth. We're telling you the Lord's about to destroy America. Right. We're telling you that Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the chosen people of the Lord. We're telling you that shit is about to get bad. The mark of the beast is an RFID microchip that if you don't have, you're not going to be able to partake in society. Mostly buying and selling, which that's how you partake in society. How can you partake in society without money? Yes, you let me know. Send me an email. You have more on that?
Oh, no, another quick one to add to that. This is Matthew 11 and 6. And blessed is he whosoever shall not be offended in me. And that's just adding on to the fact of, we coming out through the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shah. But this is not our words. The scriptures tell you in Matthew 10 and 20, all right, it's not us that speaketh, but it's the Father that speaketh to us. So here it is, we giving out pure love from our Heavenly Father, giving out straight warning, okay? And we seem to be enemies to the world, okay? When the world is enemies to our Heavenly Father, all right? Because they get offended, all right? So here it is, we like the scripture we just read, we become your enemy because we're telling you the right thing, all right? We become your enemy because we show you true love. Because the scriptures tell you what? That an open rebuke is better than secret love. So here it is. Like the elder brother speaking about. The brothers is talking about the fact of what? Repenting. Because what? The kingdom is at hand. read it one more time. It says, Matthew 11:6, and blessed is he whosoever shall not be offended in me. Those that's not offended in the truth, right, in the true gospel, those that's repenting and correcting their conduct in order to be exempt from the Most High, all right, are blessed. And those that are not are cursed.
Back to the warning now. Ezekiel 21, verse 9. Ezekiel 21, verse 9. Son of man, prophesy and say, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai. Say, a sword is sharpened and also furbished. It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter.
Yeah, and that's what we're seeing right now, man. Was the Lord's been having Esau back there sharpening. You know, you go to the old times, you know how they sharpen the sword. There was a wheel, and they put that sword on there and they sharpen it. You know, it's not the same, pretty much the same shit. But it was a stone back then. You know, now they have different brushes and shit. But you know, so it's being furbished. Somebody look up the word furbished. You know, the sword is being furbished. All right, the Lord is sharpening his sword. And right now, you only get slapped. Soon the Lord's about to swing the hammer, or not the hammer, but the sword, man. You about to let him, which is Esau, the wicked, you about to let him loose. So, somebody got furbished first?
It's the word furbish. Etymology online. It's a verb. It says to rub or score to brightness.
Yeah, so that sword is being rubbed, scored. Go ahead.
To clear from taint or stain, to renew the glory or brightness of.
Yeah, because when you furbish that sword, it's shiny as hell.
Yeah, exactly.
And the tip, boy, that shit gonna be shiny as hell. Go ahead, keep going there.
It says to renovate, to polish, to burnish, to mend, and to repair.
Yeah, because sometimes when you hack through a lot of bones, it start getting dents in the metal. Yeah, it is. Go ahead. You got more on that?
To cause to have a good appearance, to polish.
Yeah, to polish. You know, when they polished it, it was to shave it down. You know, it wasn't like today. You like scrub your dishes with that brittle shit. Now we're talking about actual raw rocks. Shit.
You got Psalm 17?
Yeah.
Get that real quick.
Psalm 17:13, and it reads, arise, O Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword.
Who's the wicked? The wicked is the so-called white man. And it's like the brother mentioned, what's the so-called white man? What's Esau doing right now? He's in the background getting everything prepared for the great wrath that he's about to bring down upon you.
Yeah, when you sharpen your sword?
For war, man.
For war, exactly.
And he's about to make war with you Israelites, man. Okay?
I got a quick precept real quick because you went into that word furbish, and it's as to shine, right? Deuteronomy 32:41. If I wet my glittering sword, so I mean it's been furbished, right? Because it's glittering, it's shining. If I wet my glittering sword and my hand take hold on judgment, I will render vengeance to my enemies, and I will reward them that hate me. The point was the Lord's glittering sword, so he already done furbished the sword. It's glittering, it's shining.
Prepared.
Yeah, that's right.
Shing, shing, shing. Then back in Ezekiel 21, verse 10, it says, it is sharpened to make a sore slaughter.
Sword slaughter. Because what, the sharper the sword, the easier to slice, like a knife through butter.
A sore slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. Should we then make myrrh?
You know, going specifically the missiles, you know what I'm saying? Everything is glittering. Or they're sharpened, you know, they're ready to go.
Should we then make myrrh?
So we're using the ancient example to show you how the missiles are ready to go. You know, now you see how it makes sense. I didn't want to say it first, but I wanted the brothers to bring out all them examples of sharpening the swords, glittering it. Now that's the missiles. They're ready to go.
He said it shall be made in heaven.
Yep.
My sword.
The glitter sword is ultimately the missiles, man. They're ready. They sharpen. They're gonna hit their targets. Ting, 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 bing, bing. Like a mosquito floating around when you're sleeping. Ting, ting, bing. Yeah, so, the Lord got these weapons of his indignation ready to go, man. They sharpened, like brother said, their coordinates is ready to go. The Lord is going to bring destruction to America, man. Not Russia. Russia's just holding his weapons. India, Iran, North Korea, all of them are weapons of his indignation. That's right. The Lord's weapons of destruction, man.
Quick precept, Job chapter 20, start at verse 23. When he's about to fill his belly, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, talking about the wicked.
And as he tried to fill his belly, it's because, it's a new world order. It's not America and Russia. There's all puppet leaders, man. Putin ain't against Biden, bro. Them niggas be sipping baby blood together. But as they're preparing their new world order, as they want everybody to be on board with the chip and just be under the rule of the devil, well, that's when the Lord's going to get him. As he's about to fully fulfill it. And he's about to get very close to it, to the point where you're going to be like, damn, ain't no way this, the only way to get out of this is the Lord.
That's right.
That's how bad it's going to be, man.
That's heavy. That's heavy. If I can add real quick, that's how the Lord is setting up through the Spirit. The sword is actually setting up mate. And it's really the Lord setting up mate through the sword. All right, because he got transhumanism going on, the fourth industrial revolution. All right, he got these robot dogs. All right, he got AI technology. He got the whole transition of the dollar where it's going digital, where the RFID is aligned. All right, for you to be forced to choose a side. That's spiritual mate, man. It's either you with the Lord or not.
It says, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. He shall flee from the iron weapon.
And so as they building up their new world order, they're gonna be buying and selling with the chip. People are gonna be killing each other out in the outskirts of the cities. But he really gonna think he's got it going on, because this is the whole purpose that World War is for, to set up the next shit that he wants. And he did it with World War I, World War II, and now he thinks he's gonna do it with World War III. But the Lord's gonna stop putting into it, but he's gonna come in the midst of World War III. That's right.
Mama Shop, I can say this because I was meditating on this earlier today. Every car you see runs on fossil fuels or gas. He wants to go electric everything. To the point, like, manufacturers, they're no longer making like gas powered cars. It's all like electric. That's why the prices of used cars are so high. So bro, the drastic change, that the conversion that has to take place. Everybody eventually got to convert to electricity. When every fucking car you see running on gas, bro.
It will take
23
decades.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
Decades, dude. But that didn't stop them from shutting down power plants.
Yeah, man. So,
And electricity still has to be made.
yeah.
What's it?
Coal.
They use what are those saying? Windmills and hydro power and all that shit. But that's not gonna compensate for all the factories they shut down that's working off of coal and nuclear power and all that shit. It's all set. Global warming was the biggest scam of all. Well, not the biggest, but one of the biggest scams of all time to push their new world order. You got what was it? People are dying. What's her name? The little bitch, retarded, autistic looking bitch. Greta. Yeah, Greta. See, you got some more autistic people. Go ahead, though.
Yeah, back here. The point's coming up. It says, he shall flee. This is Job chapter 20, verse 24 now. Points to 25. It says, he shall flee from the iron weapon.
The iron weapon is the weapons of mass destruction. Back then, it was nukes. Now it's thermonuclear destruction. First it was nuclear. First it was atomic. Then it was hydrogen. Now it's nuclear. It's hydrogen is very expensive too, but this shit weapons they got now, sheesh, they haven't even tested them. Put it like that. They can't. They test 3 megatons of this. Like they sample size it pretty much. They've never tested like the Satan 2s, the full capabilities. They ain't never been tested. You can't test that. That's gonna be too destructive. The fallout and all that, it'd be too destructive anywhere you test it. So these weapons, it's all theoretical. And we know that the Spirit of the Lord is going to be on them, so it's going to be a lot bigger than what they theoretically think.
Expect that. It says, he shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. It is drawn, it cometh out of the body.
Yeah, them silos, submarines, wherever mechanism is shooting them missiles. So whether it be it might be a jet, it might be a B-52 or whatever, top them warplanes. Mainly it's gonna be them silos because a lot of these missiles are already ready to go in them, and then big old, pretty much space mobiles.
Yep.
Same shit that take them rockets up to the space satellites. Gonna be the same shit that take them warheads up.
It is drawn, it comes.
That was what the space race was really about. It wasn't about going to the moon. None of them niggas ever went to the moon. It was about perfecting the technology to propel something into the atmosphere, so to say,
It says, it is drawn, and cometh out of the body. Yea, the glittering sword cometh out of his gall. Terrors are upon him.
And like the brother said, what the brother said makes perfect sense. It was basically a test to perfect the rocket propulsion system to go out there to put the satellites, because who was the first one to do that? Russia. Exactly. So who got the most advanced nuclear missiles today? Russia. So it's no coincidence that that's what that was all about. You feel what I'm saying? Them being the first ones to put a satellite up, which took a rocket system. Okay? That's what it was all about. So that's not too far-fetched,
Real quick, back in Ezekiel 21 and 10, it says, it is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter.
Yep, and that's the sharpen, furbished, all those metaphors to the advancement of these missiles, man. All right? Superior technology, man, that can't even be detected. And they only the more time we have here, the more and more those missiles will advance. All right, the more and more you rub whatever rock or whatever thing across that blade, the more sharp it's going to get. So likewise, the more time we hear, the more those missiles is going to be perfected.
The nation's going to be advanced.
Exactly.
Getting in position to take down this devil.
Okay.
So there's more.
Yeah, it's more. But go ahead, David.
All right, come. This is Joel 3:9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, awake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up, beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. And it says, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about thither. Cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua.
Heavenly Father is him being a man of war. He's basically setting it up so that all these nations gather together for a battle. Okay, which is going to ultimately lead to the day of the Lord. All right, when they're going to try to turn their guns on the Lord. But the Lord is setting up these nations, man. All right, this is all part of the plan. Like, all these other nations now, they have nuclear power. Okay, they're taking funds away from their architecture and their agricultural. Thank you, and putting it into military. The United States been doing that. All right, everybody else is doing that now. This is leading up to a very big day, a very momentous occasion.
That's right. Next verse. It says, let the heathen be awakened, and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about.
That's right. So the Lord, yeah. So that's in that Levant region, the Middle East, man. All right. That's where the great war is going to basically take place. All right. And the Lord is basically gathering you. Was it Isaiah 34? Go ahead. Might as well bring it up, man.
Isaiah 34 verse 1, come near ye nations to hear, and hearken ye people, let the earth hear and all that is therein.
The Lord's talking to the nations, man. Talking to all the nations. This is a message to all you nations out there, outside of the Israelites too. But really, you know, these different nations that have the ability to make war. Go ahead.
Yeah. The world and all the things that come forth of it, for the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies.
The Lord's about to bring destruction upon all nations and upon their armies, their militaries. Okay?
You know, it's like, if I can add, he said his indignation, which is righteous anger, is upon all these other nations. Because why? They have drunken of the wine of that whore, which is America, all right? Which is known to be what? Spiritual Sodom and Egypt, okay? The virgin daughter of Babylon, all right? Which when you go into the word Babal, Babylon is Babal in Hebrew, all right? Which is the city of confusion, all right? Which the world, which is whore has actually polluted the earth with. That doctrine of confusion, which these nations drunk of. So now the Lord is going to judge them in the valley of Jehoshaphat, which in the Hebrew is Yahweh Shabbat, right? Which is the Most High judgment. The Lord is going to judge them in that region. Okay?
Continue on, verse 2. It says, he hath utterly destroyed them, he hath delivered them to the slaughter. Their slain also shall be cast out.
And we talk about this all the time. We talk about how these nations are going to try to come up against the Lord and be utterly decimated. Right? It's written about the scriptures. All right, so this is a prophecy of World War III, and then the Lord basically bringing destruction. Well, you know, keep reading. Get to that point.
Fine. It says, and their stink shall come up out of their carcass, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood.
Right, all the dead bodies. Okay. All right, the governments are going to be taken down. Mountains are synonymous with government. All right, hills and mountains. Go ahead.
If I can add a quick point, like the information that was brought out, that the Ukrainian soldiers only lasted 4 hours
Right.
on the field. So that makes the scripture, you know what I'm saying? Show you, like, give you the imagery of all the dead bodies going to be out there. Man lasting 4 hours, that's it. 4 hours expectancy on a battlefield.
Average, no mercy.
On average. That's a slaughter, bro.
For your soul is removed from your body.
Yeah. You out there for 4 hours. That's like you clocking in at work, working 4 hours, and they tell you to go home. You know, like, that's it for you. That's what's happening, man. So the slain, all that meat that's gonna be out there for the fowls of the air, that the Lord promised them, man.
Yeah, for the fowls, yeah.
Yeah, that's logical, man.
Yeah, man. This is you got to be able to picture this shit, man. And the Lord promised a feast for the fowls of the air, man.
That's right.
Yeah, fucking imagine that, man. The Bible's raw, bro. Yeah, generals and 5-star generals, everybody getting eaten up by fowls of the air, dead bodies laying all over the place. Okay, the chariot to the Lord coming, redeeming the elect. This is a big story, man. This is the good news, really.
The grand finale.
You know, this is the grand finale. This is what we're trying to tell you about. All right, because it ain't gonna be like this forever. Something's gonna happen. It's gonna lead to a huge war, and then the Lord's gonna intervene. All right, and that war is gonna be nuclear, so there's gonna be no escaping. Y'all keep reading.
Yeah. Verse 4. I said 34, verse 4. And all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll.
All the armies of the world shall be dissolved. Okay, and it says what? The heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll. What's that? That's talking about the nuclear explosions. All right, because what? When you see a nuke go off, and you see what they call a mushroom cloud, and you see how that cloud of smoke this billows out in all directions. All right,
Sucks up from the bottom up and creates that roll where it looks like it's scrolling up.
It's an awesome sight. You just watch it on YouTube. Watch some of them. Watch the atomic explosions.
Yeah, because hot air rises, so that's how intensely hot and how fast that is, that it's sucking everything back up. Because you first have that initial blast, and then you have the blast, the so-called wave that comes back to suck up everything.
The suck up. They call it the suck up. Scientific term, the suck up. That's right. Suck up. SU. What you gonna call it? Yeah, and imagine what that does. What that could do to the human body. Okay, you go mangle it, man.
That's why your eyes shall consume away in your holes.
Yeah, it's definitely right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very descriptive of how what the Lord is saying is going to happen, man.
Can I get a quick precept?
Yeah, yep, and then go back down.
Deuteronomy 4:24. For the Lord Yahweh thy power is a consuming fire, even a jealous power.
That's right. The Lord is a consuming fire, and He's jealous because what? His people went after the gods of the other people, so the Lord's pissed off, man. And so now it's leading up to this big grand finale, in which the Lord's going to show His power, just like He showed His power against the fucking Egyptians, man. He had to show everybody, yeah, this is the God of all. I'm the God of all, man. That's right. Alashadja, man. And everybody knew the name of the Lord. Everybody knew Alashadja. Everybody heard about him. All right? They got the memo. Oh, yeah, so what happened to God of Israel did that shit? Oh, shit. Everybody was talking about it forever, man.
So,
You know?
if I can add this real quick, it's a precept. Isaiah 9:5. It says, for every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood.
Right.
But
Well, real quick, because that's how the fights was back in the days, man. War would be, sword and shield, man.
Contact.
Buckler. Yeah, contact. Clink, clink. Stabbing, thrusting through. You know, you might get cut up a little bit, but you're a warrior, and you gonna hang in there. You gonna hang in there, and then when the war's over, you may be a little blooded up, but you standing strong, man.
you slay.
You slayed like maybe a few dozen or whatever. You made it. You know, you made it. You run home to your family. That's how war was back in the day. It was this crazy madness, clanging, garments rolled in blood everywhere, the smell of blood in the air. You ever smell blood?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It says, but this shall be with burning and fume of fire.
Yeah, this one's gonna be with burning and fuel of fire, meaning that the war is gonna be fought with bombs. All right, they ain't really understand that back in those days, man.
That's right.
They just seen the visions. They're like, all right, well, this is how it's gonna go in the latter days. It's gonna be fought with bombs and like bombs and missiles and shit, or explosions. Okay.
If I can add, because what the missiles is known to be, all right, the Lord's indignation, the Lord's weapon, and what the brother just read, all right, consuming fire. The Most High is that consuming fire. So this battle, all right, this sacrifice, the Lord is going to attack the earth with Him, that consuming fire, and these missiles is used to demonstrate His power on the earth, man.
That's the ultimate power, man. There ain't no other power stronger than a nuclear explosion. As far as we know. Okay, maybe some other shit on deck they're gonna try to use in that day, but there ain't none of that shit gonna work against the Lord. But we talking about nukes here. That's how this war is gonna be fought. That's why we prophesy, trying to tell you that America's gonna get hit with this shit, man.
That's right.
All right, that's why we're telling you this, because we live in America. America is the prime place of judgment written throughout the scriptures. The Holy Bible talks about America a lot.
That's right.
Okay, and basically what the story is that it's going to be nuked. All right, and we're telling you this so that, because right before it gets nuked, the Lord's going to deliver His elect from this place so they don't get nuked too. So don't you want to be part of that number? I'm telling you, man.
Yep. Those that's marked, right? Abaratazah, we're found amongst those men. All right, but the Lord is coming to redeem the elect, to save the elect from that judgment. Those that sighing and crying for the abomination done thereof.
Right.
Okay?
You got to be signing and crying, man. Go ahead, Paul. Go back to that.
Yep. Continue. Isaiah 34:4. And all their hosts shall fall down as the leaf
Right.
falleth off from the vine, and as the falling fig from the fig tree.
Luke's dropping. Go ahead.
Verse 5. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven.
Right.
Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea.
Hold it right there. His sword shall be bathed in heaven. When you look at how a nuclear missile, the stages of a nuclear, when they deploy one, a nuke, all right, it goes in stages. So it comes out of the silo, all right, goes all the way up to, basically space, okay, into the outer atmosphere, all right. It breaks off, like a piece breaks off of it, and then the warhead is GPS guided down to its target, man.
That's right. That's right.
So it's literally bathed in heaven. And then what? It shall come down upon who?
So like it real quick,
Yeah.
the space is the waters.
Right.
The firmament separates the
Shemayim.
waters from the waters.
Right. Was it Shemayim?
Yeah, one of the heavens,
Yeah.
so to say.
God.
But yeah, it bathed. It goes into the waters. You know, it crosses the firmament. That separates the waters from the waters. You know, so it goes up there, gets wet, so to say, and comes back down.
That's exactly it. And brothers broke it down. That's what the scriptures are basically saying here. That's the image that you should have in your head. It should come down upon whom though?
Oh, come. It says, and it shall come down. So I'll read again something. Isaiah 34, verse 5. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea.
Who's that? The Idumeans. Who would they be today? They would be what you would be calling, what we call the Edomites. The scriptures call them the Edomites. That's just a Greek way of saying Edom. All right, but those are the so-called white people. All right, the ones that run the earth. Yeah, you may have some of your neighbors too. You might work for one. All right, you go to high school with some of them. All right, the sword's gonna, and really,
Mom might be one.
Your mom might be one. Yeah, it's true. Yep. But that sword's going to come down upon Idumea, which in this case, America, and really a lot of these Edomite nations, man, they're going to get nuked. Okay, because they're going to be warring with each other, and they're going to get nuked. Specifically, the United States of America. America is going to get riddled with nuclear missiles. Go ahead. Go ahead.
2nd Ezra 16 and verse Slucky, right to the point. 2nd Ezra 16 and verse 8. Verse 13. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss.
Right, those arrows are synonymous with the missiles. All right, because I think if you keep reading on, it says they'd be shot. Well, keep reading, keep reading.
It says his arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss.
Sharp and it won't miss. Okay, so a sharp arrow, arrow's meant to kill. You shoot an arrow at something because you're killing it. You all right? You shoot an arrow, you're hunting, you shoot an arrow at the animal, you kill it. In war, you're shooting at your enemy to kill your enemy, man. And these are sharp arrows. And these aren't literal arrows, man. These are talking about the actual nuclear missiles. Keep reading them.
Hey, and sharp can mean, you got it, accurate.
Yeah, exactly. And it's going to penetrate. It's whatever it is, it's going to penetrate. It's going to go through.
Joel, right?
Yep, I got a quick one for you.
Yeah, Joel, right here.
Joel 2 and 7. They shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war. They shall march every one on his ways, and they shall not break their ranks. Yeah, they're not going to miss their target, like brothers is speaking about. These missiles are going to climb up. They're going to actually target, all right, their target, and they're going to hit it. It's going to be precise, because it's going to be possessed with the spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua that consume fire.
They're going to be banging into each other. No, it's going to be perfect. Everything's going to work optimally in that day. Everything's going to work 100% optimally in that day. Precision. Yeah, precise.
That's right.
Yeah. Keep reading the point.
Hey, real quick, Baba Sean,
Yeah.
because you go into some of the meanings of the word sharp, you go into adverbs, precisely, exactly, on the dot,
Accuracy.
promptly, dead on the stroke of, on the nose, on the button. So that's why I say it's sharp. So it's going to be a precise hit. It's going to be right on the dot. So that's why you see the scripture use that terminology. It's sharp.
Yeah, man. And remember, these things are GPS guided. Okay, this is top tier technology. All right, and it's all guided by the spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. So you should be afraid. Very cool.
2nd Ezra 16, verse 13. And shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world.
Well, so they're gonna be shot from the ends of the world. So you gonna shoot an arrow from Argentina to Iraq? Yeah, hell no. This is talking about nukes, man. These things are again, they're long range, intercontinental. I believe that's the term.
Yep, intercontinental ballistic missile.
Yes. And they have nuclear. You go fit it with nuclear warheads, and it's a wrap for that. Intercontinental, man. And these things are continent busters, man. You a few of them things, man. North America is gonna be a damn wasteland, man. From the tip of Alaska all the way down to fucking Mexico, if you really wanted to. I know that. They say, what did the nuke to destroy Texas, man? Yo, big Texas is the biggest fucking state in the union, man. One of them, well, Alaska is, but you know what I mean. Go ahead.
Verse 14, behold, the plagues are sent and shall
Right, so
not
like
return.
Canada, some parts of Canada still be intact. Because Babylon the Great ain't Canada. What the Lord, I remember the apostles went into this earlier, maybe a week or two ago. The angels are going to concentrate that heat in America, and have it defined it since they work so hard for them borders, especially in South America or in Mexico.
Right.
The angels are going to contain it within there.
And that's who we straight. The U.S. is going to be. The U.S. is going to be completely through.
But yeah, there will be parts of Canada and Mexico that fall out, obviously. But they'll still. Which
Canada's big.
Most of them motherfuckers might die because the majority of Canada population is Ontario, Toronto,
Right.
down in
Close
the
to
New York
US.
area.
Yeah.
So most of Canada is uninhabited, just like Russia.
It's a waste. It's a tundra. It's a desert itself. Most of the population is close to the U.S. border, so they gonna feel it. They eat mice for the most part. All types of nations up there. But keep reading, bro.
Verse 14, behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth.
Right.
The fire is kindled
Right.
and shall not be put out till it consume the foundations of the earth, like as an arrow which is like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not back, even so the plagues shall not be sent upon the earth.
Right. So these plagues, they have to happen the way that is written. They're gonna burn up the United States. All right. United States is gonna be destroyed. Okay. It's gonna be destroyed with the nukes. All right. They're not gonna miss. It's gonna burn it up. Everybody that's within the borders of the United States is gonna die, save the elect, like we spoke about a little while ago. Everybody within the borders of the United States is gonna be burned up by nuclear fire for its wickedness. All right. You're gonna be burned up for your wickedness. You didn't repent. You didn't care. Well, one day it's just gonna happen. Go ahead.
Shall not return again.
You read up a little again.
Come, verse 16. Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon earth shall not return
You're
again.
not gonna be able to turn the plagues back. You're not gonna be able to send the missiles back to the silo. All right. It's not you disarm them. You ain't gonna be able to do that.
They back you up because, like you said, they shall not return again. Because you go into that word arrow, it means like a direction. That's why they use they paint arrows on the ground
Right.
to conduct traffic.
Right.
Because that's the direction you have to go. So wherever it's pointed, that's the direction going. It's not coming back. You can't send it back because it's pointed in that direction.
Pointing at you.
Exactly.
It's pointing at you, dog. It's gonna go get you, dog. You can point that way.
And he tell me he's coming back.
It's not a boomerang.
Yeah.
A boomerang arrow.
That's why boomerang shaped like that, because
Right.
it's
Curved back
it's
to
meant
you.
to come back to you. No, these are
This is
straight.
straight.
Yeah.
It's in the air.
It ain't coming back.
They should operate their rates.
Yeah.
This is what we have to look forward to. Any more on that?
I got some.
Yeah, brother Scott. Yeah, go ahead. You got this.
Just a quick one. Jeremiah 50 in verse 14. Jeremiah 50 verse 14. It says, "Put yourselves in array against Babylon, round about." You know, an array is an arrangement. You know, talking about the military troops. You know, it says, "All you that bend the bow, shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she have sinned against Yahweh." So there's no what to say, no bar, how's the saying going far? Pretty much no holds barred, that's the saying. There's no holds barred for these missiles. They're gonna send everything because why? This is the time the Lord has ultimately ordained these missiles to be shot.
And that's these other nations. They're gonna be shooting at the United States. That's where these missiles are gonna come from. The other nations from across the pond, man. They're gonna be shooting, even so-called NATO allies. They're gonna be shooting at the United States.
Yep.
Because the relationship is starting to dwindle. And it's division.
So bring the scriptures out, brother. Bring the scriptures out. Prove it.
Yep. And that's how you know it's a future prophecy because ancient Babylon didn't. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But that's ancient Babylon didn't go out like that. This is a future prophecy about so-called American virgin dog.
Right. Got it.
Revelation 17. And we'll start at verse 16.
So you can get to the point.
Start at 16.
It's under your
It's the book of Revelation 17 and 16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire.
That whore is that whore we read it is a whore that sits on top of the beast. And that whore would be the United States, America. So the beast itself is going to turn on the whore and what, burn it with fire? Okay. So we read all these scriptures about fire coming down upon Idumea, okay, Babylon the Great. This is going to come in the form of war, of nuclear war. Again, battles not rolled in blood, but what did it say, with burning of fuel and fire?
Isaiah 9.
Yeah, we read it earlier. Isaiah 9 and 4. So we're telling you that this is going to happen in the near future. Okay, so that whore, again, that's the U.S., which is slated for basically to be burnt with fire.
Which is the whore that rides upon the beast. Which when you let's bring it down to an understandable level. When you're riding a horse, guess what? You're pulling the reins on it, right? So if you're controlling the horse,
The bridle.
if the horse is controlling you, and it's a wild horse, they call it breaking. You gotta break the horse. In this case, that's not the case. The whore is riding upon the beast and guiding it. So that beast, which the scriptures on there give the power to her. It's the same chapter, 17, 18.
Yep. Revelation 17 and 18, 17 and 17, it says, for the Most High have put in their hearts to fulfill his will, and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of the Most High shall be fulfilled. And the woman which thou sawest is the great city which reigneth over the kings of the earth.
It is.
See?
That's why when Biden basically told the EU nations to stop dealing with Russia, what happened? Stop buying oil from Russia, what happened? They stopped. You know, they control it. Even though they heavily depend on Russia for fuel and energy, which now is costing Germany trillions to basically supply their energy prices. Yeah, natural gas. Look, they needed Russia, but America told them, hey, stop. So that's the war that rides upon the beast. It controls it.
If people don't remember that the main pipelines was coming from Syria.
Yeah.
This is years ago. See, Esau's been doing this shit systematically. The main pipeline was coming from Syria. Then NORAD took part. There was another pipeline. I forgot the name of it, but it's feeding the main pipeline to Europe, natural gas. So now Syria, but it comes through Syria.
Yeah, this
That's
is
what
why
I'm
they
saying.
wanted to go
so
into
all this
Syria.
shit, bro, it's all strategic, man. But Russia, that's why they started pushing now. They're pushing farther east, or so like farther west. As NATO has been pushing east, Russia now has put their foot down. Now they pushing to the west, to regain back to the Warsaw Pact. That means which we know is going to happen according to Ezekiel 38. They're going to keep pushing, bro. They're going to keep pushing to they regain all them states. They already got Belarus. Pretty much they already got Ukraine. Contrary to what popular belief is, Belarus, Ukraine, Uzbekistan. Plenty of people have already signed up for Ukraine. It's like to Russia through the Ukraine situation. Some people are ready to go. They with Russia, man.
Contrary to popular belief, yeah. More than that? You had another percent you hold?
Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 22. Jeremiah 50 and 22, a sound of battle is in the land and of great destruction. Going to that war, all these different nations are ready for war. You go to the book of Joel, I believe that's the second or third chapter. They say, wake up the Gentiles, getting ready for war. Verse 23, how was the hammer on the whole earth cut asunder and broken?
Yeah, that hammer the whole earth is the U.S. Okay.
More.
And that more. And what she's gonna be broken. All right, go ahead.
How is Babylon becoming desolation among the nations? All right. So pretty much, hey man, Babylon getting weak. Because the brother just read in Revelation 17 chapter what? That the Lord gave, he put it into these nations to fulfill His will. But now, hey, Babylon is looking weak because you got Gog and Magog, which is modern day Russia. What? They starting to push back now. Now he's waking up that mighty bear, to fight back. All right.
Hey, real quick. Basically, what's happening now is that's how we know it's gonna be World War III, because the only way to really slow Russia down, and notice I said slow them down, is to directly fight them with NATO troops or U.S. troops. Other than that, all these little countries, Ukraine, Crimea, all this shit they done took, Russia just gonna run through them.
Yeah, they're not trying to destroy the land.
Yeah.
That'd be counterproductive of their agenda. They just want to tell the people surrender to the Russian, whatever they calling it, but they don't want to destroy the shit. All that shit that you see people dying, being blown up, that's the Ukrainians, bro. It's the fucking neo-Nazis doing that shit.
Blowing up bridges and infrastructure and shit.
Shooting on civilians.
Yeah.
That ain't the Russians, bro. That's them niggas that being led by the actor. That's your president just went to go visit. Give him what, 500 more million or billion, or whatever the hell it was.
Yeah, if I could
Meanwhile, your ass is starving just to get some eggs at the grocery store. Come on, man, you gotta read between the lines.
Yeah, if I could add, because normally that's what these devils did, break them into subjection, so that ultimately they become tributaries and be able to be soldiers in their war. Like Elder said, they're furthering their agenda. So destroying the land, destroying the soldiers, it'll be counterproductive, because they have a greater purpose of what they're doing through the Spirit of the Lord,
And we know that they're not gonna nuke, because Esau was pushing that heavy on the news. Oh, they could potentially nuke Ukraine. Why would they do that? We know that's what I'm saying. That even the elect may be deceived if it were possible. We know better than that. We know that Russia is gonna take back all of them locations, man. We already know that. Why would they nuke Ukraine, bro? I'm telling you, they put this nigga in as a puppet, Zelensky, and you can do the research on him. Do your fucking research. You brothers that know, But yeah, man, this is the fucking charades, bro. Russia is doing their thing, and it's only the Western media that's telling you otherwise. Yep, like Ariana said, if you watch Western media, you think Russia getting their ass whooped. But wait a minute, this city's surrounded by Russian troops. They begging, they making TikTok videos saying, begging Zelensky, let us leave. These niggas they're through. The Ukrainian troops, they want out, bro. They'd rather become Russians than die. I'm telling you, this is Ezekiel 38 happening before our eyes.
That's right.
And more people are going to continue to side with Russia. As the days go on, you're going to see that America will become more and more exposed, and all these things that have been happening with the boy Joe Biden is going to come out, and these nations are going to continue to what's that word? Retract, I guess. There's a word. Defect, I guess. I can't remember the exact term. It's a military term. Defect back onto Russia. They're gonna say hell no. Here it is. Ukraine been asking for all these. Oh, can we be part of NATO? Can we be part of NATO? No. Oh, Turkey. We waiting on Turkey and Valerius to say yes. Them niggas the beast shall hate the Lord. And it's becoming more evident and evident because America is becoming weaker and weaker as we speak. As we speak, America is becoming weaker and weaker. Yeah, of course America still got strong military, they got missiles. Why they ain't doing shit? You saw how they got chased off of Afghanistan. You saw how they can't do shit in Ukraine. They sending money and guns and weapons, of course, tanks. Now they're gonna have to send your sons and your daughters.
I got an article to back hold up. It says Zelensky says if Ukraine loses, Americans will have to send their sons and daughters to war, and they will be dying.
And they won't. They're not going to send their sons and daughters just yet. Ukraine's going to get taken down. Valerius will be well, Valeria's already on board. Romania will be taking, because they already got tanks in the streets rolling. Same place your tank bros are locked up.
Yeah.
Then you won't see them again. Did we not call it out when they got locked up? He said it. Their niggas ain't coming out.
Prophesied that shit.
Here it is, day 78 or whatever it is. No charges brought up on them. They still in that bitch.
They're gonna be in
What?
there definitely.
Fuck them niggas. You know they spoke some truth, not the truth though. But guess what? Russia's not gonna stop with Ukraine. They're taking back the USSR. And they're gonna do it by force, and America ain't gonna do a goddamn thing about it. And you're gonna see, because we know this scripture say they ain't gonna do a goddamn thing about it.
That's right.
And it's gonna get to a point where they're gonna keep sanction after sanction. The next country, America gonna slap some sanctions. You know, just me speculating. The next country Russia takes, they're gonna slap some more sanctions. Guess what? They ain't gonna change nothing. Just like the sanctions they put on you when they invaded Ukraine, they didn't do nothing. Just like when they invaded Georgia, they didn't do nothing. Just like when they took Crimea, they didn't do nothing. Next thing is all-out war. They taking all the if you go into the Warsaw Act, that was during World War II, where they split West Germany and East Germany. That's where that came from. Man, Russia ain't backing down now, man. They going all out, and it's gonna get to the point where they're gonna America's gonna have to start sending troops. All right, second end of 16, tell you that they're gonna die in their wars. The men, the grooms, they're gonna die in the wars. And guess what? It's gonna at first their allies, NATO, is gonna be with them, but it's gonna get to a point where like these niggas are hurting us more than anything. So we got, and you can't say that's not far fetched. That happened in World War II. How many times Italy switched sides? From my remembrance, it was like twice at least. Italy switched sides twice. So these Nixons are gonna switch sides on America. And your ass is gonna be out there starving to death. Niggas getting shipped off to the Middle East. All kind of chaos out here. See, y'all just thinking World War III. It's gonna be war out here in these streets. It's gonna be bad time for you Americans, man. And y'all ain't even thought of while the whole world has been suffering, while you've been reigning. Now it's time for you to suffer with the rest of the world.
That's right.
Go ahead, Slack.
Two precepts, Jeremiah 51 and verse 28. Prepare against her the nations with the king of the Medes, the captains thereof, and all the rulers thereof, and all the land of his dominion, and the land shall tremble in sorrow, for every purpose of the Lord shall be performed against Babylon, to make the land of Babylon a desolation without inhabitant. Yeah, so this, back to Brother Asha, man, you know, this place is getting ready to suffer tremendously, man. All right, great sorrows is coming, man. And like the brother said too, that's why Russia's not backing down, because it's fulfillment of Ezekiel the 38th chapter. The Lord is putting the hooks into the jaws, all right, of Russia, man. That bear, see, it's coming out of that hibernating state, and now it's time for this bear to eat, man, and eat the flesh of Babylon the Great. One more precept, actually, verse 30. The mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. They have remained in their homes. Their might.
Real quick, and they have to go on a fight. They just lifted up. You seen RT, the tattoos.
Oh yeah.
The tattoos rules. So now you can have tattoos on like, you know, usually in the military they ain't like that shit. Now they say, oh, we lifted that. You can have tattoos on your hands and shit. Cause why? You go into that article. They fell short like 15,000 troops. It's like a recruiting crisis. Nobody don't want to fight. Read that again.
Jeremiah 51 verse 30. The mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight.
The mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight, man. That's it. Nobody don't want to go out there, man. A recruiting crisis.
Especially through this COVID shit. That niggas
that
had to
too.
lose their jobs. Now that you're able to come back, the public has lost all trust in the government. And these are the guys that are supposed to defend your country. And the only people that stayed in the military were the idiots. You know, so it goes to show you who's defending your country. A bunch of idiots that follow anything that they're told. So guess what? They're gonna be in the front lines. It might be a day or two, just like they're saying over there in Ukraine. You might have 4 hours. They might put you on a plane. By the time you get in the area, you might not make it off the plane. So if you got somebody that's gonna get drafted, go ahead and hug them goodbye. They ain't coming back. And that's another warning. Thus saith the Lord.
From the top, Jeremiah 51 verse 30, the mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. They have remained in their holes. Their might have failed. They became as women.
Exactly. And that's literal. All right? They became as women. You got transmissions. You don't talk about transmissions in the military now.
Transformers.
Yeah. Transmissions, transformers, whatever term you want to give it. You know? But
We're skipping gears.
yeah, man, and like Elder Hart, he just bring out that saying, strong men make good times make weak men make hard times. You look at hard, and you look at now the militaries and all these other nations, man, they training hard, they breaking bricks over their belly. They breaking through ice. You look at the military in America, man. They're
playing Xbox.
Yeah, they playing Xbox and they're promoting transmissions. Like that's their slogan. You know, it ain't about being strong and being courageous no more, man.
Yeah, because what it is Babylon is drunk off their own wine.
Exactly.
Babylon is drunk off their own
Off
wine.
their own supply.
Yeah, their own supply. And what it is when you really think about it, the food that's banned globally, right, it's allowed in America, which this food that has preservatives in it, right, what is it doing? It's making the men more effeminate, okay, which is producing nothing but weak men, you know? Now they transforming after they become broken.
Yeah, and that's what's going to lead to the space for a false flag, you know, like with 9/11, you know, that event caused a high spike in enlistments, you know, reserves, you know, because they got to see, the people got to see the true motives of the whole 9/11 thing. People still can't get over it, say it was you know, they can't believe it was an inside job. You can't get that over that now. How much more of the stuff we're breaking down now, you know, but going into something, again, Esau going to do is you're going to have to deceive the world again, you know, try to do something close with the chip, you know, but it's going to be some kind of false flag to where, you know, people are going to start joining the military again.
Or just when could be also the inflation, when the inflation starts turning to hyperinflation and things start brewing up in the Middle East. People go, I'm gonna join the military, start to fucking eat, man. Just so I can get away from this shit, you know, and maybe help my family. And so I'll join the military, you know.
And like Brother Oz said, Tate told some truth, he didn't tell the truth. Men have nothing to fight for no more, right? Usually back in the ancient world, men would gather arms and go because why they left their women and children at home, so the enemy don't come towards them. They go meet the enemy.
That's right.
They keep them away from the women and children, things that they love, things that they care for.
I love that.
And now, you know, these women in this feminist mindset, it's hard for a dude to get played. So he don't got no woman, he don't got nothing to fight for. He depressed.
How can you inspire a man?
Yeah.
He has nothing to fight for. He has something to fight for, which is not seen. The average man, you get. That's why they have done this over time. Listen, the Elysian dudes, you know, make sense of these men in America for no reason. They want you to be ran through in these last days. This was all a psyop. They made, what did you just quote it? Good times make weak men. Here it is in America. Weak men ain't gonna make good times though. They're gonna die. They're gonna die. This is all a psyop. This was planted. This was proposed hundreds of years ago. Next step is to kill you fucking soft ass pussies out here. They don't stand for nothing. Don't even. I mean, it's true, man. These men don't stand for nothing. That's why they're gonna die easy. They're gonna fold like lawn chairs and take the shit. That's if they don't even go to war and die. You know what I'm saying? Which if you get drafted, they probably gonna come with that tip. You know, and then just. Grab you like, hey, they gonna grab you right here by the back of your neck and the top of your pants and just send you out that plane with a parachute.
DJ Jackson said, "Who this?"
And that's it.
You throw a chip for you and get on out there. Because you go in the military, you're gonna have to get one.
We'll know if you die.
Yeah, you go. That little bleep is gonna come off
They gonna
there.
be playing Game Boy with your ass.
It's ultimately gonna be the Lord.
Yes, right.
You brothers get whatever you got.
Finish it off real quick. Jeremiah 51, finishing off verse 30. It says, their might have failed, they became as women. They have burnt their dwelling places. Her bars are broken. This place is done.
Yeah, that's the prophecy of America, man. It's done. It's not gonna last. I know it looks great, and this is all we know. But the Lord has plans for this place to take it out. The scriptures tell you over and over and over again that Babylon the Great is going to be destroyed. It ought to be destroyed for what is done to the children of the Most High. Got the children of the Most High over here completely bugged out. So the Lord gonna bring recompense upon their head by the way of war and destruction. Nukes. Okay, it's gonna be a great day. Yeah, whatever brothers got.
This the book of 2nd Ezra 16 and verse 33. It says, the virgins shall mourn having no bridegrooms, and women shall mourn having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn having no helpers, and the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed.
Exactly. So their bridegrooms, their men, and the war shall their men be destroyed, man. Okay, that's the times we're coming into. Your men are finna be forced, man, all right, to deal with reality. Okay? Because the whole time you know your woman has had the foot up front, you've been following her. Okay? You know, but she been wearing the pants, and now hey, those men, those women gonna be like, they're gonna go back to their rightful order, their rightful state, being submissive and humble. So the great humbling is coming. Okay, that's why the scripture say, I will make a man more precious than fine gold. And that's the men of the Lord, because only real men are the men of the Lord, man. Okay? The rest of these men are soft. Alright, and that's gonna be found out in that day. Okay, all these mighty men that think they're tough. Okay, when your children are killed in front of your eyes, there's no food in the grocery stores. Okay, society is completely collapsed. All right, the scriptures say men's heart fell in them of fear. Okay, read on.
Reads on. Back in 2nd Ezra 16 and 34, in the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. It says, hear now these things and understand them, ye servants of the Lord.
So this is for us to understand. Okay, because it just read what's going to happen to the rest of the people. The Lord is telling us, man, these men are going to be destroyed in war. Okay, Esau ain't coming to get us to put a rifle in our hand and send us out there. You know, he got us on his list. And when he did his whole juice thing with the military, that already separate. He already got information on who's with the system and who isn't. Wow, that's the word. The census on who's with the system, who's ain't. Because all the so-called patriots, the ones that support the Constitution and all that, they left the military.
They got a database already established.
Exactly.
Blue, yellow, red, and black.
And where they get a lot of information from you off your social medias that you had.
Well, or the way you were reacting to this last pandemic. That was the ultimate test. See if you're gonna fall instantly, or maybe you wait a couple months, or maybe this nigga, he's a mad scientist, bro. He computed all that shit. 33% of 48. You know exactly who's gonna go. As soon as he bring out this marketing piece, he already know who's gonna fall for it first week. That was a psyop, just an experiment. He's a mad scientist. Like the brother was saying, man, this shit is already ready to go, man. Just gotta remember, he's a cunning hunter. You know, he's been doing this for decades, you know. Just like a nigga, he saw sitting in a tree for hours, a whole day, waiting for a deer, one deer. It smelled like deer piss. blowing the duck whistle. This nigga be up there all day. But he gonna get something. He ain't coming. And if he does come back, we've seen what Esau did. He sold his birthright.
He's real
And he
meticulous.
came back without nothing.
He's real meticulous.
He's even more desperate than.
What you call it, and also what he did too, he's basically set up pieces of the infrastructure with them things, with those tower things, man.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that's part of it too. He set all that up. That's piece of the infrastructure for the coming smart cities and everything. All right, so it's already all set, you know, to a point. It's not all set up, but all the pieces are there. Just gotta turn this on, put this here, and it's locked in.
Yeah, if I can add, it's all aligned. Because what it is like the scripture says, he's wiser than David. So he's so tactical and strategic, like the elder brother said it. He's so much of a hunter, right? And he's so tactical about hunting the prey, which he's preying upon Israel, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, that he has it aligned for you to be a mate. And ultimately, that's the Lord using his sword. Because the Lord is the master of chess. So he's putting the spirit on Esau to be so precise with judging the wicked. Because it's a specific judgment for different portions of wicked, you know? Pertaining to, what's that, Jeremiah 15:1, you know?
This book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war. Wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near.
You at Joel 3?
Joel 3 and 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war. Wake up the mighty men.
So all the nations have been awakened to this war. All right, that's why you saw, and this has been going on for years. All right, this ain't just happened last year or 2 weeks. No, these nations have been doing a nationwide drills, man. Especially when we talk about the communist countries like Russia, China. Okay, they have a whole nationwide classes on how to assemble a pistol, where to hide out in case of a nuclear attack. Well, over in America, what they're teaching your youth, your children, is men dressed up with wigs, reading books to them. 4, 5, 6 years old. Over in China, 4, 5, 6 years old, they're learning how to disarm and reassemble pistols and shit. Huh? Okay, they're learning war tactics. All right, especially North Korea. Those people are you know, no access to internet, nothing. It's just all just straight learning. All right, focused military type environment. Okay, over in America, you know, y'all ain't even awakened to what's about to take place. Y'all ain't built for battle. Y'all not ready for the war that's about to come.
That's right.
Okay, exactly. Distracted with entertainment. Okay, because you're gonna be ready for the taking, man. And you think your leaders for this?
That's right.
Okay, go ahead.
Back in Joel 3 and 9, it says, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears.
Exactly, and we brought it out earlier as we was going to, you know, more that spending goes more towards the military. Like America been doing that. All right, majority of their budget goes to military spending. Okay, while your infrastructure for over a decade been rated D-. Okay, that's why the roads and you know, the infrastructure, everything's all falling apart because all your money going towards military. Okay, which is comparison to Rome. Same thing happened in Rome. Okay, spread the military too far thin, and then stop basically building that home, the roads and everything, plumbing, all that just started to fall apart. Okay, go ahead.
Let the weak say I am strong.
And let the weak say I'm strong, like the so-called insignificant nations, the smaller nations. A few examples: Iraq, Afghanistan, Syria, Iran, North Korea. Okay, those are all those weak nations saying I am strong, man. All right, go ahead.
Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathens.
Assemble yourselves and come, man. All you heathens. Because judgment is about to take place upon all these countries, man.
That's right.
All right, the Lord is about to destroy all their mighty men of war. This is the time of the judgment. Go ahead.
And gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat.
And Jehoshaphat, man, all right, Yahweh Shaphat, the Most High's judgment. This is where he's going to judge the nations over in the Middle East. Okay? As Els always say, something's going to happen where all those countries are going to be drawn over there. And that's where the Lord is going to display, you know, his destruction. Okay, when the scripture say he's coming from the east, he's going to destroy all of them over there. The scriptures speak about how in 2 Ezra 13, how Ezra's perceived it was nothing but dust and the smell of smoke. Okay? So while you in the midst of fighting each other, the Lord, like we said, the Lord is the ultimate chess player. While you in the midst of fighting each other, just like Independence Day, right? They always communicating, talking to each other to basically come up and basically shoot at the spaceships, so to say.
The Morse code.
Exactly. So the same thing's gonna happen in this time, right? You're gonna stop fighting each other, and then you're gonna aim your weapons towards the Lord, and He's just gonna destroy you, man. Okay? Go ahead.
For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get you down, for the press is full.
The press is full, so it's it. He gonna lure them down to that position, man. Now you lure someone down to a position and you basically just ambush them. That's what the Lord is gonna do. He's gonna lure you down to that position, to that spot. Okay? And he's gonna lay forth that sword of destruction. Okay? Go ahead.
We ought to see, like, you know, previews of why they come down now, because they try to say this nation or that nation is using weapons of mass destruction, inhumane against certain people. But like the brother pointed to earlier, a lot of this is about those pipelines that's running through. You know what I'm saying? This is for strategic location. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to say, why do the heathen rage? Oh, you got all these different nations trying to gather. They pretty much jockey for a position. You know, position and control.
If you could bring it back real quick, that was heavy.
Joel chapter 3, verse 13. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe.
The harvest is ripe. Normally, when you're gardening and the harvest is ripe, that means that your fruits is ready to get plucked out. So what it is this earth, the Lord planted various different seeds. You know, the Lord's garden bed is Israel. But he got the wicked set up to do his job on the left-hand side. He got the right hand set up, you know, the righteous, the elect to be, you know, risen up in these times. Ezekiel, the 37th chapter. But this is the time that the Lord, the harvest is ripe. This is the time that the Lord is ready to come and cast that judgment upon the wicked. Why? Because the wicked deeds has exceedingly polluted the earth. So it's ripe. It has reached its limit. You know? That's the point.
Come get you down, for the press is full. The fat's over.
Full. It's full because, like it says in Lamentations, I believe 4:21, for their wicked deeds, it's fulfilled. They did what they supposed to do. So now it's time the Lord to do what he got planned. You know?
The press is full. He's gathered the right fruit, and we're gonna go through, and he's gonna press.
That's right.
All right? He's gonna press the fruit. Go ahead.
It says the vats overflow, for their wickedness is great. Multitudes in the valley of decision.
So multitudes in the valley of decision, man. All right? This is gonna have all them boots on the ground over there. Multitudes in the valley of decision, man. Where you're gonna be judged. All right, and you think you're being called over there for your own interests. Oh yeah, you finna go do this. No, the Lord called you down there, man. The Lord lured you down there. All right, you fell for the trap. Go ahead.
Multitudes in the valley of decision. For the day of Yahweh is near in the valley of decision.
Yeah, so that's the day of the Lord, man. Well, he's gonna sit and judge all the heathen, man. All right, for the controversy of Zion, if you read up in that chapter, okay, because the Lord is basically furious, man.
Right.
All the nations have partook in our downfall. Okay, the scripture say what nation have not gotten up first spoils, man. So that's where the Lord is going to judge all these nations, all the heathen. Okay, and notice all your army men, most of your army men is going to be down there. So what's going to be left? Your cooks, your builders, your carpenters, right? All those agricultural type jobs. Those are the people that's gonna be left, man. There won't be no need for your army men no more. All right, your army men, they're gonna come back through your loins, and you can teach them how to cook and bake bread, and teach them how to plant seeds and plow. All right, that's what you're gonna teach your army men when they come back through your loins, man. All you other heathen nations, because there won't be no need. There won't be no need for you. Isaiah the 2nd chapter.
Make big rocks into little rocks.
Exactly. No more. No, you gonna come back in that spirit and wanna have a gun in your hand, and you gonna get shit slapped out of you, and you gonna get a shovel put in your hand.
They're gonna be experts on herbs.
Yeah.
That's all they gonna have to do. Do what they do with slavery. Cotton. They gonna be Esau, Edom was specifically. They can be experts in different kind of kindness.
Different kinds of kindness.
And they're gonna bring it all to us, man.
Yeah.
All right. You know, certain things. Like I forgot. I think the Persians, or it might be India, but it's only certain silk that grow in this area, and they make like these perfect silk rugs and shit, man. All that's gonna be brought to us.
Silk Road came from back in the day.
You know, so all that's gonna be brought to us, man. That's you people are gonna specialize, all right, in agricultural activities, man.
They ain't grow something better than in other places.
The scriptures speak about the tree of Lebanon, so on and so forth. Cedar wood, you know. So we can get into that spirit, man. There too, the nations bringing us their spoils, because that's, you know, we trying to paint you the picture, man. You guys see your mind's your mind's eye. Okay, after the war, we gonna come down and somebody get that. I saw New Jerusalem coming down. All right, we gonna illustrate you what's gonna happen, because we speaking about the war, but we gonna illustrate to you what's gonna happen after the war, man. After Yahushua comes with the angels and pretty much vaporize all your army men. So what's gonna happen after? Okay, go ahead.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 21, verse 1. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth.
Wait, hold that real fast. Come get Thessalonians, we're saying we shall be called up with the Lord. All right, because we got to paint the picture. We're gonna illustrate it to you, man. All right, the narrators. That's why the Lord revealed these secrets unto us, so we can tell the elect. And by this, you're supposed to be comforted with these words. So that's the second step. This is the first step. Got it?
Oh yeah. First.
So this is us hoping that we are the hopefully like that we partake in these events. All right, go ahead.
1 Thessalonians 4 and verse 14. For if we believe that Yahushua died,
So that's the first step. If we believe, no matter what you look like, man, as we always go into the Israelite foreigners, if you believe in this gospel, all right, it don't matter what you look like. There's a good chance you are Israelite. All right, go ahead.
and rose again, even so them also would sleep in Yahushua.
So all those that died in Yahushua, not all these rappers that just dropped dead recently, you know, but those that died in Yahushua, all right, died doing this work. We got elders that passed away that's in the heavens, man, that died doing this work. This applies to them, and Lord willing, us if we be part elect. Go ahead.
Will the Most High bring with him? For this we say unto you by the word of the Lord, that we which are alive and remain unto the coming of the Lord.
So we made it through the tribulation period. We didn't take the RFID. We damn sure didn't go to the war and get drafted. Okay? We made it through, man. Lord willing, we those men. Okay, go ahead.
Shall not prevent them which are asleep. For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven.
And those are ships. The Lord is going to descend from heaven. Go ahead.
With a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of the Most High, and the dead in Mashiach shall rise first.
Exactly. So those that die in the truth, man, they're gonna be risen first. Okay. Go ahead.
Then we, which are alive and remain, shall be caught up together with them in the clouds.
Yep. So we're gonna get beamed up, Lord willing, we those men. Okay. We made it through everything. Who knows what condition we gonna be in, how we gonna look. Where you know you might be somewhere in a abandoned building somewhere, but who knows? You might be in a prison. You know, we don't know where we're gonna be.
Or you
But
might have some chicken in your hand.
that too, you know. But you gonna be alive, okay? And when
Hey,
those-
well, all, read it again. Read it into this listening.
Read it.
Now let's expound on it though.
Yeah.
1 Thessalonians 4 and verse 17. Then we which are alive.
Now, go back one verse.
Okay, go.
You know what scripture you got in Revelation.
Oh, the one. Yeah.
1 Thessalonians chapter 4 and verse 16. For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of the Most High, and the dead in Mashiach shall rise first. Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Lord.
Yep, and that's that shout. Revelation 18 chapter, verse 4. Come out of her, my people. Was it verse 3? You know, that shout from heaven. You know, right before the missiles touch down, the Lord's going to beam up his elect. You know, what?
Isaiah the 26th chapter to back you up. The scriptures say, come my people, enter down into the chambers, man. And what hide thyself for was a little while for the indignation of the Lord, so it can overpass. So back you up, you know. It's going to be they scarcely saved, man.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's why the scriptures say, behold, I show you a mystery in a twinkling of an eye. That the Lord, it's light for the Lord to get you out of that situation, you know? In a twinkle, but you have to believe. That's where faith is going to come in.
Yep, and that's what the brother's going through the spirit. The story has going to play out. The Lord called his prophets seers, you know. So this is how the story is going to play out. You know, not like the Hollywood depiction. Now everything's going to be blown up and annihilated. It's going to be playing up as prophecy, as scripture say, let all things be done decently and in order. You know.
Scripture say the Lord know how to deliver the godly out of temptation and to reserve the unjust for the day of punishment. So the Lord know how to deliver. That's why we got testimonies that we read about of great men, wise men, righteous men who were delivered out of dire straits. You know, because that's a foretime for our learning. Because certain men going to be put in that same situation, man. All right, where facing death in the Lord in a twinkling of an eye can get you out of that situation, but faith is going to kick in the elect men, whoever those men are, you know. Go back to First Thessalonians 4:16.
Yeah, where it said that the dead will rise first.
Con. 1 Thessalonians 4 and verse 16. For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and the trump of the Most High, and the dead in Mashiach shall rise first. Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds.
And so it said, the dead shall rise first. So the Lord gonna return, the dead shall rise first, and then we're gonna meet them in the air. Right? So go ahead.
Let's read this real quick.
Make it make sense. Go ahead, you guys.
This book of Revelation, chapter 20, verse. I started at verse 12. And I saw the dead, small and great, stand before the Most High, and the other books were opened, and another book was opened, which is the book of life. And the dead, which were judged out of those things.
So let's read that again. The dead, and then the dead, read slowly.
Right, Revelation 20, verse 12. And I saw the dead, small and great, stand before the Most High. And the books were opened, and another book was opened, which is the book of life. And the dead were judged out of those things which were written in the books according to their works. Okay? And it says, and the sea gave up the dead which were in it, and death and hell delivered up the dead which were in them, and they were judged every man according to their work. So yes, so you're gonna have men, you know, people raised up because what did it say? Hold on. It said, and they were, and the sea gave up the dead which were in it, and death and hell delivered up the dead which were in them.
Yeah.
So those people that died will be brought back, and they're going to be judged, every man according to their works. So you're going to have people that died, and then ultimately brought back to receive that ultimate judgment, man.
Yeah, so hey, we were going into this Wednesday. We might die of starvation 2 days before the nukes drop, and then the Lord's gonna raise you up to get the nukes.
Get nukes.
The brother just read it. And then there's at the same time those men that have been doing this truth and died in the truth, they're gonna be risen up. And what it say? They're gonna be judged according to their works.
To their works, right?
So there's gonna be people that get raised up out of the graves, just like when Yahushua left. What happened? People rose out of the graves. Same thing when Yahushua returns. People are gonna raise out of the graves right before the missiles drop, and some people are gonna be saved. All right, the Lord's gonna put this righteous spirits into bodies, raise out of the graves, get saved, and there's gonna be people that raise out of the graves and eat a missile.
Yeah.
So if you die, you get strangled, nigga kill you, the rear naked chokehold, and you die. Guess what? 3 hours later, you're gonna get risen up to eat a missile. Read it again, brother. Read it slow and break it down, brother.
Right. It said, this is Revelation chapter 20, verse 13. And the sea gave up the dead which were in it, and death and hell delivered up the dead which
Death
were
and hell
The grave.
delivered up the dead, the grave. So the people that's in the grave, the Lord will put His spirit back in their bodies to raise up. Go ahead.
right. Delivered up the dead were in them, and they were judged every man according to their works.
So people gonna raise from the dead or the grave or hell and get judged. There you go.
That's why you can't escape the judgment to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Some people die. You're like, oh, he died. He was a wicked asshole. Died. Like cats like David Rockefeller. Hey, the man have to come back. Well, yeah, he gonna be put in slavery.
He gonna be a slave.
He gonna be put in slavery.
Yeah, he gonna be a slave.
Yeah, but some of these, wicked Edomites and these people that die, these jakes that die out here, like Brother Ranch, these rappers, scoffers.
You'll be back.
Yep, they're gonna come back. They're gonna be risen
With
up
all
in
the
that
bullet
last
holes
moment.
in you and all.
Yeah, exactly. So the way you went out, you gonna come back that same way. Looking like, huh? Wasn't I just in there just to catch that fire, that damnation? Let me read the next verse. And death, verse 14, and death and hell were cast into the lake of fire.
Right, so what that mean? Everybody that was left here gets tossed into the lake of fire. So the ones that raise and get delivered, they get delivered. But the ones that raise and don't get delivered, they get tossed into the lake of fire. So the Lord's gonna raise people up to die in the lake from the nukes, man. So there is no easy way out of this. Unless you be delivered from the Lord.
Right, that's
the only way out.
You gotta be doing this.
You can't die. You can't. See, now that we think about it, you can't. There is no such thing as a mercy kill. Because you still gonna be raising up and go back either way.
It says, this is the second death.
That's the mercy kill.
Yeah, that's
second death.
Yeah, second death. Because the first death being, when the world was flooded.
Right.
Now this one's going to be by fire. And again, this is the one that really matters because this is the one that's going to usher in the kingdom of heaven. So all these people that died after, in the second, in the lake of fire, okay, their spirits are going to go back to the Father, and ultimately they're going to be brought back in, in due time, generations down the road again. They're going to be reborn into another body when the Israelites are ruling the world. Okay, but you're going to have to die that second death, man. So even if you die before the missiles, you're gonna be resurrected just to die that second death.
So it would behoove you to strive to be a man of the Lord.
You don't want this, man.
Hey, you got one more verse on?
Yeah, one more verse. Verse 15. And whosoever was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire. Yeah, that means If your name ain't written in the book of life, as far as the Lord acknowledges you as one of His elect, then you're gonna be cast into the lake of fire. You're gonna burn up in nuclear destruction. That's your judgment. There's no way you can't circumvent around it, nothing like that. You're gonna have to go through. Yeah, you can't buy a vow. There ain't no exceptions. All right, no, you're gonna have to die in the lake of fire. And again, the lake of fire is the destruction that's gonna fall upon the United States via nuclear war, man.
That's right.
All right, and it's gonna hurt.
So like the Lord can kill you in Uzbekistan, and then somehow you wake up in America.
You wake up down here.
Missiles drop. So hey man, hey, what we know is we don't want to be on Earth, period, when the missiles is coming, because we know what's gonna happen, and we fear that. We fear the Lord, man. This isn't a joke. This isn't a hobby. We deadly scared of what's gonna come, and we know who's in control of it. We'd rather be on this good side, and when the judgment comes, trying to look for it. You know. Go ahead, brother.
Yep. 1 Thessalonians 4, and I'll finish it off. 1 Thessalonians 4:17. Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord.
So real quick, now we understand why it says then we there remain. The men that the Lord gonna raise up men that have died in the truth, and then we're gonna see them go up, and then we that remain.
They're going to be called up into the chariots.
They dead, they already died, but the Lord gonna raise them up to get them to call them up into the air, and then we'll meet them up. You know, so it makes sense though.
Yeah.
It makes perfect sense, you know. We have entered into other men's labors.
Right.
You know, it makes sense. You know, the Lord does it strategically and in order.
Because the ones that died, they got to receive that glory too. You know, they're going to experience the glory of being delivered. They're going to experience the glory of being delivered from destruction. And then those that have to die are going to have to die. Exactly. Go ahead, bro.
It says, verse 17 again, then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air.
So this is the position you want to be in, man. All right? You know, we want to go up with those honorable men and meet them with Yahweh Shai that died in the ministry. And that's what we're laboring for. Okay? We want to follow. Hey, we want to follow that path. Those men died. All right. And through the order, they gonna be risen up first, up in the chariots, and then Lord willing, we gonna come up after them now, and be partakers of that heavenly glory. Go ahead.
And so shall we ever be with the Lord.
And that, hey, so shall we ever be with the Lord. All right. You ain't got to worry about nothing else after that. Being separated from the Lord anymore, crying, worrying. All right. Scripture say the Lord shall come with healing in his wings. That's exactly. Wipe away all tears. All that's going to be done away with, man. No more bad days. When this happens, no more bad days. All right? Go ahead.
Last verse. Wherefore, comfort one another with these words.
Exactly. And that's the comfort that we're going to be with Yahweh Shai forever, man. Scripture say Israel and going to dwell in safety, and none shall make them afraid. Okay? You ain't going to be getting up no more, working a 9 to 5. Okay? You're going to have servants and handmaids. This is what happens. We're going to go into it. This is what happens after we come out of those ships, man. In those new bodies. Scripture says, the twinkling of an eye, we shall be changed. And as Elder Tahar always going to, he said, when we come down out of those ships, man, as superhuman, okay, the people going to realize it ain't nothing that they can do. They're going to be shooting at us with bullets and just trying to basically kill us, but they ain't gonna be able to. And El Tahar, like he said, they're gonna come to realization it ain't nothing we can do with these people. They just bow down. A lot of them are gonna get subdued, get killed, you know, because they're gonna try to resist. But majority of them just gonna basically accept us as their gods, man. They're gonna worship us. They're gonna fall under the line and bow down, man. And that's that incorruptible crown that we always speak about, man. We're going to be known as gods, man, all around the planet Earth. Anytime we pull up, you know, ships and everything, man. Like how we always talk about Michael Jackson, you can go to any country, you have the whole crowds, people crying, women passing out, being taken out on ambulance on the stretcher. All right? That's the crown we're going to get, but the thing is, he received a corruptible crown. He's dead now. And he didn't die in your house shot. Okay? That's gonna happen to us forever. Alright? People gonna worship us, man. Gonna bow down to us, man. As the scriptures say, lick up the dust off our feet. You know, that parable. That's what's gonna take place.
They're gonna come and learn of our ways.
Exactly. You holding that Isaiah too?
Yeah.
You have something?
Yeah, because y'all going back into, the Lord raising the men back up. The book of Daniel chapter 12, verse 2. And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt. One to the righteous man, say their works they follow them, and they're going to be raised up and what being up in the chariot. And then you got also men that wicked men that have died, they're going to be raised up just in the midst.
It's the book of Isaiah 2. I'm going to start at verse 3. It says, and many people shall go and say, come ye, let us go up to the mountain of the Lord.
Exactly. You know, many people shall come up and say, go, let us come up to the mountain of the Lord. You know, first they're going to see the destruction, right? Like Egypt the first time. Okay, they're going to hear about the destruction. They're going to be in fear. Then when they see us come out of those ships, New Jerusalem, when they see us come out, is
Yeah, start at the top.
I got to ask. The book of Revelation chapter 21 verse 1. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away.
So the rulership, the new heaven, new earth, man. Okay? Esau is the end of the world, Jacob is the end of that follows, because destruction is going to usher in the kingdom. That's why we welcome the missiles, the destruction. That's why we haste. All right? We haste. We want to see this place get destroyed, man. All right? Because that's going to usher in a new heaven and a new earth. That's going to be the transitioning method of the kingdom from Esau to Jacob. Because Esau's kingdom is going to be destroyed, all right? And Jacob's kingdom is going to be erected, so to say. Go ahead.
For the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem.
So that holy city, all right, people for us a place. It's not an actual city that's going to come out of the sky, like a golden city, like how you Christians narrate it or portray it. Literally got a golden city with castles and just coming right out of the sky, and then it just sits on the planet. No, your ass is going to build. You're going to build a kingdom, man. It ain't just going to come to you like that. Oh, you ain't got to work because the God brought the city out of the heavens and placed it in Israel. Now you ain't got to go into slavery. No, you're going to build a new kingdom, man. That new city that it's talking about is the people, man. Read again.
And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from the Most High out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband.
So we're going to be beautiful, man. Prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. All right? Technically, that's supposed to be a woman's most beautiful day. Any attire that she could put on was her wedding day. She got on her dress. You know, everything's done up to the T. She don't look no better ever than on her wedding day. All right? So that's how we is. We're going to come out, man. All right? Those new bodies, crowns, all right? All the stones and everything you can name of that brothers like, gold, the scepters. You know, we're gonna be on some real royalty stuff, man. All right? Beautiful garments. All right? Brothers might have elements glowing, elements that glow engraved in your garments. All right? You might come out like a Super Saiyan with energy just flowing off you, man. You know? That's what we imagine, man. You know? Freaking gods, bro. Gods on the planet Earth. You have some real crap?
Yeah, quick one. Because you just made a point talking about Esau's the end of the world. Well, I'm gonna grab this real quick. The opposite. Isaiah 45 and verse 17, it says, but Israel shall be saved in Yahweh with an everlasting salvation. Ye shall not be ashamed nor confounded, world without end. You know, so going into the new heavens and new earth, you know, is really the transition of the rulership. As it goes into Ecclesiastes, it says the one generation passeth, another one cometh, but the earth abideth forever. So who's going to rule the earth next? That's going to be the beginning that follows, which is Jacob. You know, that's that new Jerusalem coming down to the people before the place. And that's what brother's going into, you know.
Revelation chapter 21, verse 3.
And that's why it says new. You go into that word new, it means refresh. It's not going to be a whole nother earth. Exactly, kainos, the water. It's not going to be a whole nother earth. It's going to look totally different. Think about Pangea. Before the flood, it was a totally different world. You know, now it's a new world. You know, and again, it's going to happen again by these thermal missiles. You know,
Let's shake the heavens, man. The whole atmosphere, everything will be different, man. That's it. Okay. Go ahead.
Revelation chapter 21, verse 3. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of the Most High is with men.
So we are the tabernacle of the Most High. So the Most High, as we go in Genesis, say the Lord shall not dwell with men forever. Well, the Lord's going to dwell with us forever, man. The tabernacle of the Most High is with men. So the Most High is going to dwell with us again. Okay, go ahead.
And he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and God himself shall be with them and be their power.
So if Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to be with us, all right, what nation will rise up and overthrow us and take us? You know? It tell you that in Romans, if God be with us, who can be against us, man? So we ain't going to go into captivity after 1,000 years. Esau ain't going to rise up. I think some nigga was teaching that.
Oh,
Esau going to rise up.
after 1,000 years.
Yeah, after Esau going to rise up against us. And we, like Elkhart said, he said we're going to be superhuman, supermen. Esau with some rocks and some sharpened sticks.
Yeah.
Go, come up at night and I guess
Take over spiritual powers.
take us over when we got spiritual powers. Come on, man. That's nonsense. That ain't happening, man. You know? Go ahead. That was it. All right. That was it on that. So, that's us coming out. So the Most High is going to be with us, man. That new city, we going to come down. All right? And we gonna go around the whole planet Earth just, exactly, conquer. You know how Alexander, they say, he did it in what 12 years? All right? He ain't gonna have shit on us, man.
1 hour, the Lord said.
We gonna take over the whole planet Earth, man. Easy, man. We gonna get you the devils. You can get the scriptures in Amos, going down to get them out of their pits, so on and so forth, man. We gonna know where you at. We gonna know
That's just the beginning.
Exactly.
That's what we're going when the New Jerusalem comes down. The first people we're going to get is the elites that are hiding. Because there's going to be people alive left over. Little villages and little towns here and there. But we're going for the elites that we can hide.
Yep.
They get the first shackles. You know what I'm saying? And the majority is going to be Edomites, old, decrepit, hasty devils and in the bunker. And then Jacob's we'll see how it play out, but we can kick down doors, just manifest there, elbow the door, just start beating the door down.
Yeah.
Torture them as you beat the door down and give them a couple hours to rethink life.
They start praying to some God.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time though, but the Lord allowed Esau to conquer the earth. Now it's our turn to conquer the earth. That's right.
Yep, and that plays out in that one show, American Horror Story. One of the series is called The End, and all the people that had the money, the tickets to fly off to these underground bunkers, they escaped and they got, apocalypse, the water, and so it's apocalypse. So pretty much that's what they're gonna be. They're gonna be hid off in some secret group, waiting out for to come back, eating cubes and shit, until they come back on Earth when the fallout comes out. Yeah.
Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 16. Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 16. Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua.
And that's the ministry. That's what we're doing right now, man. We're fishing. All right? This is a part of the ministry. It's a process. Before a hunter, you have to be a fisherman. Go ahead.
And they shall fish them. And after, I will send for many hunters. And they shall hunt them from every mountain and every hill. And
Esau real deal got mountains that's like bunkers. All right, literally, exactly. Go ahead.
And it says, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks.
Yeah, and out of the holes of the rocks, all their bunkers that they, basically got to hide out in, and you also gonna have some in a little space station. space hotels and shit, underwater bunkers. You know, wherever you saw it, man. We gonna be able to find them. Submarines, you know, because submarines stay on the water for like 6 months.
Find you.
We gonna find we gonna find you, man.
We're gonna open up the pressure in that bitch,
Yeah,
son.
we gonna find you, man. Just
I think gonna destroy most of them niggas down
make
there.
you come up. You know.
Yeah.
Game's over. Game's over.
Yeah.
Y'all come with us.
And you think about Air Force One, you know, it can be in the air indefinitely. They just keep getting refueled. So the nigga might be just flying in circles, you know, until he can come down or whatever.
Peer in the jet.
Yeah, exactly.
Until the plane stop refilling.
Exactly.
You gotta land eventually.
Land that hoe somewhere.
Or we'll land it for him.
Yeah, exactly. Catch that bitch. That's what Superman did. Shit.
Peel it back like a can.
Superman did that. Yep. Take his
Pick
ass
them all
out.
out one by one. No, it's gonna get real fun, man.
Chains on them, shit.
Hey, we got those scriptures on deck.
What, guys?
Who's next?
Get those on.
Yeah, get that real fast.
Book of Amos chapter 9 verse 2. Though they dig into hell, then shall my hand take them. Though they climb up to heaven, thence will I bring them down.
Yep, so whether they up in their little space hotels or in their bunkers, right, they're gonna get got, man. Right? And all this gold, you know, you nations are hoarding tons. I'm talking about Russia, China hoarding tons of gold. Imagine all the gold elites got, man. All right. I'm talking about the elites. They got some ancient artifacts, man. All right. Museums.
Catacombs under back then.
Yeah. We gonna come get all that shit, man. Okay.
Yeah, shit, you see in the museum, ain't shit where they hide
Underneath the Vatican.
the catacombs. They go to catacombs.
Verse 3, Amos 9 and 3. Amos 9 and 3, and though they hide themselves in the top of Carmel, I will search and take them out thence.
Yep, so whatever hole you know called in, you hiding in, we gonna have the spiritual powers. We gonna be able to see and know all the places. There's nowhere you gonna be able to hide. Alright? Because a lot of these devils do down there in South America, you know, and they little rich homes and shit. You got some over there, okay? Africa, a lot of the places over there are gonna be neutral. They ain't gonna get hit with nukes. You got Esau over there. All right, you got Esau all over the place, man. You got those secret mansions and all kind of shit. But we gonna find all of that, man. Private islands, off, man.
The big world, man.
Yeah. If that shit don't get hit by a tsunami, you know. But
True.
you know, we gonna find all your hiding places. There's no way you're gonna be able to hide. I know you're gonna feel secure. Because you figure like the door is like 10 feet thick. Where it take like a machine to open it and close it. You feel safe and secure, but
They're gonna have the AI technology trying to guard them.
yeah.
The robots.
Yeah, it's gonna get to the point where they said let the rocks fall upon us. They're gonna be watching it on TV. Oh shit. It was real. They see you just fucking shit up on TV. Oh shit.
Invasion, dog.
Blow the tunnel, blow the tunnel.
And we can tell it.
Thinking that we're not gonna be able to go through.
Exactly.
All right, quick one. Jeremiah 23, verse 24. It says, "Can any hide himself in secret places that I shall not see him? Saith Yahweh. Do not I fill heaven and earth? Saith Yahweh."
There's nowhere on this earth, man, that you can hide that the Most High don't know about.
He fills heaven and earth. That's crazy.
Yeah, bro. Like,
His name.
He is.
Yahweh.
Yeah.
He exists. He exists everywhere.
every little pebble. The Most High know how many grains of sand is on the sea, man. Come on. So how? Yeah, Esau ain't even explored the whole planet Earth. How the fuck he gonna hide from the Most High? Okay. What's more on that?
Yeah, finishing this off in Amos 9 and 3. And though they be hid from my sight in the bottom of the sea, thence will I command the serpent, and he shall bite them.
Yep. Alright, and hey, that's a topic right there, man. That,
For sure.
that Godzilla topic, man. Godzilla, that's a hell of a movie. You know? And they illustrated it well. He able to breathe fire out of his mouth. All right, wait, you people ain't even seen that yet, man. That's really gonna have y'all screwed. Godzilla. All right, Esau know he out there. You know, Esau know he out there. He got his little sonar shit. Like they done said there's some shit down there that's like I forgot how big they said it was, but they know it's something down there that's huge, bro.
Something that shouldn't be alive, shouldn't exist.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's huge.
Yeah.
You know, it ain't no whale. You know, whales are big as hell, and they're like, no, this is not a whale.
Much bigger than
this
that.
is much bigger than a whale.
Eats whales, man.
Yeah.
Job 41 and 1. Canst thou draw out Leviathan with a hook, or his tongue with a cord which thou lettest down?
Yep. So Esau, right? He tried to catch Leviathan. All right. Try to capture him. No, you can't. All right.
Canst thou put a hook in his nose, or bore his jaw through with the thorn? Will he make many supplications unto thee? Will he speak soft words unto thee? Will he make a covenant with thee?
Yep. Some kind of truce. No. That's the weapon of the Most High.
This is pet.
All right. And Esau.
It says that real quick. It says that he was for a point of time, roughly paraphrasing. I goes all for it, but for all we know, he might be hibernating like a bear does, or how many Leviathans there are. The Lord did make everything in
Made it in twos, one against the other.
That's why Antarctica might be such a blocked place. There's nothing but Leviathans buried in the deep ice.
Think about
Waiting to wake up.
Yeah.
Think about that, huh?
Let me look up the scripture because it tells you there's a time for him or something. Roughly paraphrasing. Let me see if I can.
And that's how it plays out in the movie. Like he's awakened by nuclear activity.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Lying dormant somewhere underneath, you know, down deep in the trenches of the Pacific and the Atlantic and all that. And then something going to trigger it, wake it up, or them up.
Yeah, the trench in the Atlantic. The Atlantic,
Mariana Trench.
Mariana Trench.
No
That's why I
pressure.
can't even go down in there. It's so deep.
Pacific, I think. Yeah.
Pressure, like
Yeah.
you can't even send like a machine or something down there. It's pressure.
All that one on top.
Sheesh.
Damn.
It says, verse 4, will he make a covenant with thee? Wilt thou take him for a servant forever?
So you ain't gonna be able to catch a Leviathan and put him in
zoo or
your,
something.
your Sea World like you do Free Willy and shit. You know, because if Esau could catch him, you know Esau be making money off
Now,
him.
we've
You know?
shared a
You
lot.
have him in like a Sea World, you be riding them. Yeah, you know. The Lord ain't allowing that, man. Like the brother said, he's for an appointed time to come
Yeah, I
out
got it.
and wreak havoc on this place, man.
Yeah, let me just get straight to the point. Well, let me go up a little bit. Let me go to
Trying to be made
Psalms
white,
104 and I'll start at 24. Psalms 104 and 24. Oh Yahweh, how manifold are thy works, in wisdom thou hast. So like in wisdom hast thou made them all. The earth is full of thy riches. So is this great and wide sea, wherein are things creeping innumerable, both small and great beasts. There go the ships. There is that Leviathan, whom thou hast made to play therein. So the Lord, he's the ruler of the sea, so to say. Leviathan made him ruler of the sea. Verse 27. These wait all upon thee, that thou mayest give them their meat in due season.
Here it is. Yeah, so it's for a season. You know? An elder brought that out recently.
That's why Leviathan ain't out here smacking shit up yet. It's not his
time.
season yet. His season is coming very soon, and the world will know it.
Ecclesiastes 3, man. Yeah, it's time and a season for everything.
Hey, that's why Esau basically tried to imitate and copy the Most High. The Kraken. Release the Kraken, Zeus. Zeus supposed to be the Most High and release the Kraken. Some big monster come up out of the water. Right? He tries to imitate that, man. But that's the Bible. That's the Most High's creature, man. All right, and that ain't no Greek mythology. That's really gonna take place. You know.
Sea monster.
And he's for the end days. He ain't. I mean, there's civilization, so to say. They claim to be Loch Ness monster, this and that.
They ain't seen Leviathan. They seen some sea monsters. Yeah, if you out there, the scripture tell you out there in the deep at night,
There's some shit out
you
there,
hear
bro.
and see shit that no man can.
There's
But
some shit
y'all
out
ain't seen Leviathan yet, man. He gonna fuck shit up.
If I could add, I'm not sure brothers remember it was basically a satellite observation of a creature, right, that had popped up, right, and just a portion of them.
On the ice.
Yeah, under the ice.
Yeah, they were recording it. That was an actual recording.
Right.
Camera.
Yep.
Yeah.
And just a portion of his head was the size of Manhattan.
Island of Manhattan.
That sounds
Glaciers.
accurate.
Yeah, it was glaciers. They call it. They try to put some bullshit on it. Some of it was glacier moving or some shit, but
Yeah.
you can definitely
I
tell
seen the
it's some
video
kind
on
of
it.
creature. Yeah, a couple years old.
Yeah, Esau was
Moving.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, because he was interviewing himself, and that's when it started breaking. The ice started breaking.
And that was just like his
Yeah,
shell.
you couldn't really see nothing. Yeah, you gonna know that's Leviathan too, very soon. That might have just been him sleeping and just, when you were asleep, moving and shit. That was just him readjusting.
Job 41 verse 5. Wilt thou play with him as a bird? As with a bird?
Yeah,
You gonna make him a pet?
Exactly. That's what Esau do. These birds, man. Here it is. The bird. That's the most freest animal. When you think about an animal that's free, a bird. Bird literally just go up in the sky. He basically go anywhere he wants to. Yeah. No resistance. Nothing. It's just pure open sky. He can land anywhere he wants. Right? But Esau take a type of animal like that and put it in a little cage.
Clip his wing so he can't fly.
Like
away.
Jurassic Park. They show you Jurassic Park. They had that big ass shit. The latest movies, the newer ones.
Right, yeah.
They had a big ass. Come on, man. How the hell you gonna get that big ass shit into a bowl of water? How you get out here, bro? Sedated it, really? That shit weighs 300 tons. It's sedated it.
This is wilt thou play with him as with a bird, or wilt thou bind him for thy maidens? Give him to your daughter so she can ride it, play with it.
Make sport of it, just like he does the prophets. Just again, Jurassic Park. Remember they had make a zoo.
Yeah, zoo,
AKA zoo. The SeaWorld.
Theme park.
They'd have Leviathan in SeaWorld Orlando if they could. Had him doing backflips, whistle, throw him a couple crackers, good boy. Everybody clap, yeah. Splash on him. Fuck yeah, it is, man. That's why the Lord hasn't revealed him yet. Because Esau would literally try to. I'm sure he gets leaps on his radar, but he ain't seen Leviathan
He
yet.
ain't trying to fuck with it.
He ain't ready for that.
Verse Job 41 verse 6, it says, Shall the companions make a banquet of him? Shall they part him among the merchants?
Yep.
You gonna chop him up
and sell them.
Just like they did with old Moby Dick.
Yeah,
When they
whale.
blubber,
Yeah, blubber and
made oil out of it, and for
Candles
Antarctica,
Canst thou, verse 7, canst thou fill his skin with barbed irons, or his head with fish spears? You gonna harpoon it? You gonna harpoon it or something? You gonna
Yes,
take it out?
harpoons, the nets, they would put barbed wires on the bigger whales to kill them quicker. Can't do that with Leviathan, and it's gonna tell you why.
It says, yeah, it says, lay thine hand upon him, remember the battle, do no more. Behold, the hope of him is in vain. Shall not one be cast
So
down?
hopefully you catching him. It's useless, man. Whatever, Esau be plotting, I can do this. He trying to come up and invent some type of thing to catch him. It's the Lord is telling you, the hopefully you catch him is in vain, man. It's not gonna be done.
There's nothing that can hold them. No nets, nothing that Esau currently has. Even nukes wouldn't work on them. And then, like they show in the Godzilla movies, it might make him stronger. He might.
It's energy for him.
Yeah.
Eats that.
So maybe they have tried it, and that's why they know.
It's getting bigger and shit. Like, all right, leave it alone.
That's how Doomsday is. You keep hitting him, he gets stronger and stronger.
Oh, Khan, yeah, that's his thing. It says, behold, the hope of him is in vain. Shall not one be cast down even at the sight of him?
Hey, remember that dream I had?
Yeah, you had that
I
dream.
was just passing out looking and couldn't even explain what they saw. People are going to be, because again, nobody's ever seen Leviathan. So when the people see him, or them, they're going to pop out the water. His knees are going to become weak.
On top of everything else going on in the world. Yeah, it's going to be futile to try to fight him. None is so fierce that dare stir him up. Who then is able to stand before him? Who hath prevented me that I should repay him? Whatsoever is under the whole heaven is mine. That's the Lord. I will not conceal his parts, nor his power, nor his comely proportion. Who can discover the face of his garment? Who can come to him as a him with his double bridle? Like you had a Bible, you gonna
it's just stereo.
Brigadini, so to say.
It says, who can open it? Who can open the doors of his face? His teeth are terrible round about. They're gonna try to pry his jaws open. It says his teeth are terrible, man. His teeth are probably bigger than his building, man. You know.
Well, it's saying his teeth are
Interlock. Yeah. It says it goes into the scales. His scales are his pride, shut up together as with a close seal. Armor, tightly sealed. Yeah, go ahead.
Armor like the crocodile.
yeah, hard as hell.
Hard.
Steel.
That's probably how he's able to get to these deep waters. Yeah, exactly.
Can't be crushed.
And there's a lizard, I just seen on Ellie got some man sharing the other day. There's a lizard that through its scales it can collect the
Oxygen and
in
breathe.
the water
Yeah.
and collect it on the top of his nose and then so it can breathe underwater. That shit's crazy. So you know, if his scales are that tightly knit, they can definitely do the same shit as that little ass lizard shit.
Yeah. Beetles can do that too.
That's the Lord's main pet, man. It's like you gonna try to pry
That's
his
the sea
jaws
monster
open.
that the Lord made, man. He rules the sea.
Yeah, it says
The first creature the Lord created as far as the sea.
So they got the cover and it's
the fire.
That's in the Apocrypha.
His scales are his pride, shut together as with a close seal. One is so near to another that no air can come between them. Woo! Airtight. You ain't gonna find no chink in his armor where you're gonna be able to stick a spear in or something.
Lift the scale.
You lift the scale, damage it, injure it.
That's impenetratable.
Yeah, impenetrable.
Because remember, he goes to the depths of the ocean where Esau can't even reach, so his shit gotta be super tight to handle that pressure. Because the lower you go into the ocean, the heavier the pressure, comes on place. So and vice versa, the higher you go to the heavens, the lighter it becomes.
Verse 17,
Just to show you how the Lord does it, man. That's another trait of it. That doesn't really pertain to salvation.
It says, verse 17, they are joined one to another, they stick together, that they cannot be sundered, they can't be penetrated, they're interlocked. By his neezing, a light doth shine, and his eyes are like the eyelids of the morning. It says basically, if you read it in the NLT, it's like when it sneezes, it flashes light.
Yeah, which is what you watch Godzilla.
Yeah.
He's shooting lightning out his mouth with beams. They're not getting it. They didn't get Godzilla out of nowhere, bro.
They get it from the Joker. Yeah, it says his eyes are like the eyelids of the morning. It's basically saying it's like the red dawn.
Yeah, which
Mexican,
it's something that reptiles use.
Yeah,
like the wing. They got like two different colors. Yeah, you know.
I never saw that. Hey, that's a real lizard, man.
Yeah, he's a serpent. Yeah.
Oh man, hold on. It says, verse 19, out of his mouth go burning lamps. There it goes. Out of his mouth, that fire.
So it's a fire-breathing dragon, so to say.
Underwater.
Yeah. That can breathe fire underwater.
Out of his mouth go burning lamps, and sparks of fire leap out. Out of his nostrils goeth smoke, as out of a seething pot or cauldron.
And so you put the lid on a pot, and it starts. So while he loading up like Charmander, Charizard, the smoke coming out his nostrils because he got that flame that's like burn your ass. And that's gonna be part of the Lord's judgment.
Yep.
Verse 21, his breath kindled coals, and a flame goeth out of his mouth, and his neck remaineth straight, and sorrow is turned into joy before him. It says the tremendous strength in Leviathan's neck strikes terror wherever it goes. It says the flakes.
And it's the same thing with the behemoth. It said that his power was in his neck, in his tail.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, you know.
Like the cedar.
So, you know, Leviathan neck, boy, that, man. They
City
rock this
blocks.
monster for a reason, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, we don't know what he looked like, but we know there's some power behind that creature that the Lord has created, man.
It's got a whole chapter dedicated to it.
Yeah.
It's significant. It says,
And nobody's looking for it except for us. See, you got Discovery Channel documentaries on the Loch Ness Monster and the big old blue creature they saw for 30 seconds or whatever.
grainy video footage.
We know what's coming.
It says the flakes of his flesh are joined together. They are firm in themselves. They cannot be moved, and they can't be penetrated. His heart is as firm as a stone, yea, as hard as a piece of the nether millstone. That's he's saying his heart. His heart is as hard as a millstone. When he rises up himself, the mighty are afraid. So men of war, the strongest people on the earth, the toughest guys on earth, they see that shit, they're gonna piss their pants.
Yeah, so not only the sky's gonna be filled with the Lord and the host, but then his navy's gonna come up.
And they have to deal with that. It says Salakia. I'm sorry. It says, when he raises up himself, the mighty are afraid. By reason of breaking, they purify themselves. The sword of him that layeth at him cannot hold. The spear, the dart, or the habergeon, the javelin, basically. Can't do nothing to it. Can't stab it. He esteemeth iron as straw.
So you like that to the modern weapons? Little nukes.
Yeah, there you go.
They
Yeah.
shooting around,
Mini guns. Yeah.
What they call it, 50 caliber round. They're gonna be dumping with the big old machines on the Navy ships, just dumping on him.
They got doing shit.
Laser beams, yeah. Yep. They got hawks. You know, they got all kind of shit.
His scales and shit so tight that that's just.
That's gonna make him mad.
That's gonna tickle.
A lot of these things, Esau's not even gonna have the time to react, man. He's just gonna have to let it get
He's gonna
played
start
out.
swiping ships and shit.
Retreat.
Come up with an uppercut.
He's just gonna have to let shit play out, man, because Esau's gonna have too much already on his hands.
Fight the war.
What's he gonna do when he's battling himself, and then the Lord come down and all the creatures on the earth, man? Come on, man. What the hell you gonna? He gonna run, bro. He gonna run. That's all he's gonna do.
Retreat. Save his life. Verse 27.
He ain't gonna tell the militaries. He's just gonna. All right, we gotta get out of here. Send the nukes.
Verse 27. He esteemeth iron as straw.
Yeah, so he's gonna be breaking missile. He's breaking missile with bad hands.
Aircraft carrier. Aircraft carrier, man. Yeah. He esteemeth iron as straw and brass as rotten wood.
So you ever got rock wood? That shit snaps easy. So he's gonna be breaking metal's nothing for Leviathan, bro. He's gonna be playing with them ships here. He's gonna be playing with them.
Aircraft carrier, man. Gonna break that shit down. Spinning flame. The arrow cannot make him flee. Sling stones are turned with him into stubble.
Yeah, so he's gonna be slapping them missiles out of the air.
Yeah.
And they show you that in the Godzilla movie. He's just slapping the newer ones anyway.
Projectiles and shit.
And he's just smacking them out of the air, man.
Darts are counted as stubble.
Still nothing.
He laugheth at the shaking of a spear. Sharp stones are under him. He spreadeth sharp pointed things upon the mire. It's basically saying, his belly is covered with scales as sharp as glass. It plows up the ground as it drags through the mud. Dang it.
So that's not even like an alligator. Alligator's weak.
They're soft in the belly.
They got soft. His underbelly is like glass, sharp as glass.
Damn.
He's indestructible, bro.
No, he has no weak points.
Yeah, no, you can't kill him.
Fucking A, man. It says, verse 31, he maketh the deep to boil like a pot. He maketh the sea like a pot of ointment. So basically, the water boils with this commotion. It stirs up the depths of a pot of ointment, man.
Yeah, so he's down there. If he is down there hibernating, his nostrils will warm the waters up. Remember we read earlier that smoke him out. He's a hot, a warm, what do you say? Warm blooded.
Underwater warm.
Yeah, underwater warm blooded creature warming up the waters. Talking about global warming, he the one global warming. Shit. Melting the ice caps.
A couple more verses.
Yeah.
Almost done with this. Verse 32, he maketh a path to shine after him. One would think that the deep be a hoary. It basically is saying that the water glistens in his wake when he moves. And it says making the sea look white. The whole sea looks white because of the wake.
Yeah. It's like behind the bow, you see the waves of crazy makes it look all white.
Right.
The white water. And that's how water be looking too when it's boiling.
Right, exactly. That's what the whole sea is gonna look like that when the man moving around. Upon the earth there is not his like. Who is made without fear? He behold.
Ain't scared none.
This the Lord's threat, man.
And that's why he's hibernating. I believe that he hibernating. He's waiting for that. Just read it, so I'm gonna look. That's the Lord's pet. So you gotta come. Come on, bud. Get him. See that? What's that? Get him. And you gonna wake up, or how many? Because there might be many Leviathans. Who knows?
Yeah,
There might be
male, female, and all that.
Major ocean. That'd be enough to fuck the world up.
They live for thousands of years and shit. Yeah. But last verse, verse 34. He beholdeth all high things. He is a king over all the children of pride. It's basically saying of the creatures, of all the creatures, it is the proudest. It is the king of beasts. Leviathan is the king of beasts.
Bring it back one more time, Salah.
Right. I'll read it in the KJV. This is Job 41 and 34. He beholdeth all high things. He is a king over all the children of pride.
Over the children of pride. Esau being that power too, right? He's known to be that proud devil, right?
Yeah.
He's known to be over the children of pride. Esau being a pridist, that power that the earth, that the people look to. The Lord has set it up where He has something that's over it, over all children of pride. You know, Esau think he running the earth, but the Lord already got a power set up that rules over it. You know, they haven't even discovered the 98% of the bottom ocean. They haven't discovered the bottom ocean, period, because of all that pressure. You know. Yeah. So just imagine how powerful Leviathan is if he lives there.
And that's a humble Esau, because he hunts animals for sport. You know what I'm saying? You go into his little room, he got a rhino, a deer head. This nigga done hunted everything, but that's the one creature.
Leave it alone,
He
bro.
ain't cutting the head off and putting it on his trophy. He can't do that.
Don't stir it up, man. You're gonna cause an extinction of event.
Say you don't want to do it.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah, and that's why it says. That's why it says in Job. It says, "The heavens shall reveal His iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against Him." That's an example. You know, of course, with all these storms and things like that, earthquakes, which is all the Lord. You know, but everybody's gonna be against so-called white man Esau, Edom, other nations, everything, animals. You know, talks about in that Job. You know, we're gonna be at peace with them, but the animals gonna be tearing up people, dogs. You know, all that shit.
Be a league of the beast of the field. Much more Leviathan.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Yeah, because with Solomon, he wrote in the book of Wisdom of Solomon, he said that he knew not the clouds, but the ways of the animals, basically. So he was able to understand them, man.
Yeah.
You know, they probably understood him. You know, he's talking to them, you know, so to say.
That's where they get Dr. Doolittle from.
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, and Tarzan too.
Then what happened? The animals went on strike and just started attacking people. You had the bees and
Yeah.
all the circuses. All the animals went on
Of course, it
strike.
was a black man.
Exactly.
That could speak to the animals.
Right.
They get it from the scriptures.
All right, jump into the book of Isaiah 2. I'm going to start at verse 2. It says, "And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord house shall be established in the
So
top."
the mountain, man, the governing body, Lord willing, we those men, all right, make up the 144,000, the governing body underneath Yahweh Shai. in respectful order here on the planet Earth. Yahweh Shai, King David, so on and so forth. All right, 12 disciples. Okay, that mountain is going to be set up, and what they're going to govern the planet Earth. All right, they're going to be basically walking scriptures, man. All right, walking law books. How Esau goes around and he's police, his law enforcement. All right, well, you know, it ain't gonna be no videos on YouTube where we getting cut up by an Edomite on our laws. You know how that should be happening. He be like, am I free to go and yell subdue Esau on their own law? No, that ain't gonna happen, man. We gonna be walking law books. All right, the law is gonna be it's gonna be like a software downloaded into our minds, man. All right, so that governing body is gonna be set up, and that's from the least to the greatest Israelite. All right, even the least in the kingdom, he's gonna be the same. All right, he's gonna govern the nations. Okay, go ahead.
Reads on. I go back. It says, and it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it.
So all nations are going to flow, all government bodies, all hills. All right, everybody is going to flow unto the nation of Israel, especially when they see us in our glory, man. All right, they see us in our glory, new bodies, ships show up, the destruction of our power. Everybody gonna want to come up and learn our ways, man.
Yeah, when they see the power, man. I mean, what else are you gonna be able to say or do? But fall in line. That's like women. When they see the power, what do? They fall in line and they get in order. And that's what these nations are getting ready to have to do, whether they like it or not. Especially Esau, man. He's gonna have to get in line and fit in where he can get in. You know?
Yep. Yeah, that's why the scriptures say, you know, when Yahweh shall come, and every knee shall bow and every tongue shall confess that Yahweh, Hashem Yahweh Shah is Lord. You know, it's going to be under full subjection. No ifs or buts about it.
Because that governing body, that mountain, it's here. It's us, Lord willing, those men. We just need that power to lift it. Because what we're saying right now, we're telling you what the Lord wants. We do go into the law, don't do this, don't do that here and there. You know, we're not going to be saved by that. Only thing is, we don't have that power to enforce it on the people yet. But it's here. It's here. We just need that power to boost it up, set it. Set it up, man. But we got it right here, man. This Lord willing, those man. This is that mountain right here. It just hasn't been, you know, exalted yet. That's why I say in the last days, He's gonna exalt that mountain.
Yeah, that's heavy, because when you think about it, it shows you that we are in the spirit of Yahweh Shah. Because when Yahweh Shah came, which is the second ultimate power of the universe, he came humble. You know, he came as a fisher. Okay? And just like how we fishing. And the Lord said, what? Next time you shall not meet thee as a man. All right? He said, if this was my kingdom, my servants shall fight for you. So in the time of when he come, when his fishes turn into hunters, when he's coming back to hunt, you know, it's going to be a whole different type of situation. It ain't going to be talking no more. You know, it's going to be order set. That's it. You know, straight dominance.
The true NWO, man. All right. Yeah, they, like brother asked a question. They're gonna have to speak Hebrew. They're gonna have to learn our language. Esau does the same thing. You know, everybody gotta learn English. We gonna same thing. You're gonna have to learn how to speak Hebrew. You're gonna practice the customs. You gotta get circumcised. All right, we gonna push all the laws on you, man. We gonna be on your ass. You gotta grow out your beards. You gotta stop eating pork. All right, all the shit, ling ling like they do the Moabites. They're gonna have to put all that shit down, man. You know, squid, octopus. You know, they're gonna have shrimp, all that's gonna be done away with. That's why the earth is gonna turn back to such a pure state, man. Because all the bottom feeders and the things that clean the planet Earth, they're gonna be in abundance. They're gonna be able to do their job, man. All right, you go to the islands, you know, Caribbean and stuff, you see the water is blue, like turquoise. Well, that's going to look like that all over the planet Earth.
I doubt it.
You go here to one of these beaches over here in America, the water is brown, or it's a dark color. You can't see nothing in it. That's because all the factories and stuff is all sorts of stuff they got over here. All right, and it ain't gonna be no more disposable cups, styrofoam cups. No, it's gonna go back to the old school way. You motherfuckers gonna be washing dishes. Yeah, you gonna be soap and water washing.
Like real, true silverware.
Yeah.
You know.
A quick precept to back up the point about the reason why the nation's going to be flown onto us, because we're going to have our power back. It's all about power. So Micah 7, the point is 16, but Micah 7 verse 15, according to the days of thy coming out of the land of Egypt, will I shew unto him marvelous things. The nations shall see and be confounded at all their might. They shall lay their hand upon their mouths, their ears shall be deaf. So confounded meaning like, they're stuck, they have no answer, especially again going to the Lord, raising up his men, giving them the power. Starting when Yahushua, of course, is going to sit on top of that government. It says in that book of Isaiah, he shall, the increase of the government shall be unto him, So all the nations are going to be shut up because why? Because the Lord is going to give his men power, and that's what it's all about. It's about power,
The true NWO, man. Right? This little shit Esau's about to eject, how like a rocket that go up in the air for like 2 seconds and you go down? That's what's going to happen to you. This shit,
Just keep them.
So he gonna take off. That shit gonna get 3 feet in the air and it's gonna fall down.
Esau's like Bizarre. Guy got Superman.
Bizarro superior.
Yeah. Bizarre.
That's what it is.
I mean, he's
Backwards.
yeah. Retard.
Bizarro.
Going back in Isaiah 2 and verse 3, and many people shall go and say, come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord.
And this is how we know that the people occupying the land now, they're not Israelites. They didn't fulfill prophecy. Because not everybody going over there to that land right now saying, come, let us worship their ways and be like them. All right? That's not happening. It's very easy to deal with these people. Just deal with the scriptures. They don't fit prophecy, man. You don't have to go into any genealogy and say, oh yeah, your bones go back to King David, y'all the people. Even though they proclaim that shit, they proclaim that, oh yeah, their line go back to, they found King David's bones. They be saying all kind of shit like that, saying they the people and all this stuff. Y'all don't fit prophecy. Okay? Go ahead.
It reads on, it says, to the house of the Most High of Jacob, and he will teach us his ways, and we will walk in his paths.
Exactly. We're going to teach them the ways, man. All right? They're going to come to us with matters. Of course, it's going to be order. We're going to judge the matter. This is what should happen. That's what should happen. All right? Do this, do that. We're going to be judges of the earth. Okay? We're going to judge. We're going to be judges of the earth, man. All right? It's the gods. We're going to judge all matters, man. Okay? And it's going to be in the power of our hands, the spirit and power of Yahweh underneath him. Okay? And it's going to be beautiful, man. The office we're going to have, Lord will, those man, the priesthood. Okay? We're going to be in authority. Okay? And it's going to be a righteous rule, a righteous authority. Okay? They're going to have to come up and worship the Lord, man. There ain't going to be no more debates, which God, this and this God, and you can worship that. No, that's it, man. You're going to come up and you're going to worship Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, or the script say it's going to go until you ain't going to see no rain, etc.
Isaiah chapter 60, verse 12. For the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish, yet those nations shall be utterly wasted.
Yep. So the nation and kingdom that don't serve us, because we fell by the hand to all these nations, man. Captivity after captivity after captivity. So it's only right that you serve us. All right. And it's gonna be eventually they're gonna start to love us, because we're gonna rule justly and righteously. Right? All right. Everybody gonna eat. Everybody gonna have their portion. All right, as Proverbs 29.
Yeah.
Got it?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Proverbs 29 and verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice.
So, once again, we're speaking about a righteous authority. All right? So the people are going to rejoice, man. Okay, according to our laws, nobody's going to go hungry. All right? We had basically like, you know, the fruit that fell on the ground, for example, you left that for the poor.
It's the welfare system.
Yeah, well, exactly, welfare system. You would leave that. So how you got nations, people starving in all these other countries, that's because the wicked is in authority. Esau, Edom, man. All right? Here it is, these people are sitting on natural resources, but the native people that live in that land don't have control and can't benefit off their own resources, man. Okay? Because Esau there and his major corporation and his factory, they're taking control over all the resources, man. But the people that live there, they're not even been there. Well, they living off a bag of rice a month or something like that, man.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, but they sitting on gold and oil, but they starving. That's because Esau Edom's over there. Okay? But under our rule, under our authority, everybody's going to eat. Okay, everybody's going to be well taken care of. Okay? Go ahead.
But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn.
And that's why everybody's mourning right now, man. Because who you view as God, Jesus Christ, the blonde-haired, blue-eyed, so-called white man, Esau Edom, he is the wicked, man. Okay? And that's why you're mourning right now. You know, the Lord made this man perfect in wickedness. You know, what can come from what good fruit can come from a bad tree? So you have an expectation for him to do good. Okay? But he wasn't created. It's not in his DNA. All right? It's not in his instruction to do good unto you. Which is why you're in a state of mourning. Okay? So you should be praying, man, that we get into power. All right? Hoping that we get into power very soon, man. And eventually you will. You know, you're going to rejoice once we get into power. You know, it's... You know, the relationship at first is a little hard, and you work the kinks out. You know, we're going to work the kinks out. You know, you're going to get your backs whipped up a little bit. You know, especially Esau Edom, he going to get it bad. But, you know, the other nations going to get put to work. And then eventually, you serve your time. You can go back to your lands. Okay? And you're going to be good, man.
And you look at it like this, man, because when the kingdom of heaven is established, you know, day one, okay, yeah, it's going to be very grueling and a very rough rulership. You know, we're going to rule in terror basically for a while, because the point y'all building our kingdom. You know, you different nations, and you're going to have to build the kingdom and clean up this earth.
Yeah.
Okay, basically, when it comes down to it, after generations pass by, you got 100 years, 200 years done pass by, you know, y'all gonna start basically being in order. The old generation die off, new people reborn, y'all born into slavery, you're slaves, you have to keep the law, statutes, and commandments, you're gonna get better at keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. The fear is gonna be on you already. All right, because of all the pain, and you have a job, you have a duty to clean the earth up or build the kingdom, whatever your task is. All right, you're going to be doing it because you know that there's going to be a judgment if you don't do it. That's right.
Yep.
And as the brother read in Isaiah 60:12, read that one time.
Isaiah chapter 60, verse 12. For the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish. Yeah, those nations shall be utterly wasted.
And anybody got a problem with it, then you're going to get dealt with it. You know, with it could be through violence. It could be put a famine in your land, no rain. We have the power to do that. We're going to have the power to do it with gods. Okay, we got the power of the elements. Your little punk-ass village, you got a problem with us? All right, no rain. See what you... Now what? Now what? You dying, sad. Now you praying to the... Yeah, all right. That's how we're going to have power to do those things.
Just to back up the point you were talking about Esau, about why the world needs us in power. It's Sirach chapter 14 and 5. He that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? He shall not take pleasure in his goods.
You know, so if Esau ain't even good to himself, man, who the hell is he gonna do good to, man? You Jakes are the most bugged out people on the planet Earth who really believe this man is out here to better you, man. That the system he's created for so-called coming up, it's made for everybody. It ain't made for everybody, man. It's just made for him, and it's still you still have homeless Edomites, man. And this is a system created for them. You know, the way that society has been geared is not meant for you Jakes to prosper, man. It's just Jake is Jake. They surpass the deeds of the wicked. You know.
Man, you look back, good point, but man, a man that will poison his own water supply or pollute the air he breathes in. He breathes in the same air, but he'll pollute it, and like he doesn't even to himself. Who is he good to? You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, bro. If I got an enemy, I'm not gonna poison the whole water supply. So now I'm drinking the water and he's drinking it. Now we both dying. That's stupid, bro. You know?
So Jeremiah chapter 13, verse 23. Can the Ethiopian change his skin, or the leopard his spots? Then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil. The answer is no. These devils, don't expect them to change just because all hell starts to hit the, shit starts to hit the fan, man. These devils ain't gonna change. They ain't gonna have a change of heart. Oh, we feel bad. I was trying to crack the skies. We'll change. No, you ain't, man.
Have no mercy. You have no mercy on them. That's what Christians say, have no mercy on these motherfuckers, man. They're a cancer on the earth. They're a germ. When you do a germ, you kill it, man.
Hey, that's also goes to it for Israel, man. That's why the Lord got to kill off a lot of you Jakes, man. Because you ain't gonna change your ways, man. You're gonna continue to be the nigga that you was, man. And whether you calling yourself an Israelite or not, man, if you ain't sincere in your heart, man, and you ain't been predestinated for this thing, the Lord will get rid of you and have to cleanse you and create you anew. Okay?
Real quick definition of diabolical. Pertaining to the devil. That's clearly Esau, man. You know? He is truly the devil on earth. You look at these cartoons or certain movies and the evil mad scientists, okay? That wants to destroy the earth. You know, the $1 million question is where you gonna go when you destroy it. You know, you live here too. You know, that's what the devil, that's what he's not thinking about, man. He's the devil, man. You know? Destructive issue. Destroying the world.
This is Habakkuk 2. Habakkuk 2 in verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Yeah, Esau Edom, his soul is not upright, man. You know, but it's good to say the just being the righteous, the elect, they're going to live by they're going to maintain their integrity. They're going to upright, man. You know, show just. You know, Esau Edom, he will never be righteous, man. Ever.
You can't. That's why the scriptures in Sirach chapter 12 basically telling us to sleep with one eye open with this devil around, man. Don't trust this man for 1 second. The scriptures even talk about, set him not beside you, man. Right. Lest he look to take your seat. Yep. You know? It said, let him not sit at thy right hand, lest he look to sit, take your seat. And the right hand, is the second most highest position he can sit at. That's where Yahushua is sitting at, the right hand of the Lord, man. That's the second highest position in an empire, man. And the scriptures tell you don't even set Esau there. Don't give this power any room, man.
To make him your right hand man.
Yeah, to try to, because he's gonna wiggle in there, man. This devil will find a way to wiggle you out. and look what's happened throughout all eternity, man. Is that not what the devil has done, man? Usurped his authority, man. For Esau to come into power, man, he's usurped nations, man. Because the scriptures talk about him being let loose a little season to deceive the world, man.
What they about the Native Americans? You know, they gave an inch to man, took a fucking yard, man. Took him out. You know,
Esau's a coward.
He's a bitch coward, bro. He's a punk, bro. He's a coward. He's a punk, and he's getting exposed right now, and he's gonna be truly exposed when that day comes around.
Yep. And he brought a native Gad, man. This man. Go show you. This man was strictly a weapon. He was using biological warfare way back then. Giving them Macons with smallpox in it. Bro, that man's a coward. He's a weapon. He's a weapon, bro. He didn't even have technology back then. But he was using biological weapons, man. Come on, man. Go show you this man. He was just built for destruction.
You know they probably had niggas carrying the blankets too. they were. You know, a white man carrying those over there to Gad. Then Jake getting all, get it all. That's a good point.
Just to add on to Brother's point, he was made for a purpose. I got a precept to add to it. Right? This is Romans 9. The point is really at 21, but I'm going to start at 11. It says, for the children being not yet born, neither have done any good or evil, that the purpose of the Most High, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, according to the election, might stand, not of works, but of him that called it.
Yep, so the Most High, Jacob and Esau, this is what it's referring to. Alright? Esau didn't do no wickedness, no nothing. That was just the purpose of the Most High. The Most High created him to be a wicked man. Okay? So with us being equipped with that knowledge, that's why we don't trust this stuff. You know, we might get upset, but often we don't get mad because that's what he is. It's like you getting mad at fire because it burns. Like, no, you know not to touch this shit. It's hot. Well, how you gonna get pissed off with it? That's its purpose.
That's right.
So Esau's purpose is to be wicked. So when he does his wickedness, man, we just sit back and shake our heads, man. We get mad at you niggas. All right? Because y'all continue to deal with this man. You don't get mad at Esau for being a wicked. That's his job, man. It's just we get frustrated with our people because like y'all keep trusting this fucking devil, man. You know?
Yeah, we continually say through the Spirit, 2 Corinthians 2:11. These sayings shall get advantage over us. We are not ignorant of his devices. We be going on Sirach 12:10. You know, never trust thy enemy. We continuously repeat these things through the Spirit and give warning, and we get upset because you've been warned by the Heavenly Father through us. You know, like he's been doing. You know, from the ancient times. So it continues, verse 12, and it reads. This is Romans 9:12. It says, "It was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger."
So going back to the story in Genesis, the elder shall serve the younger. Esau came out first, man. All right, with Jacob's heel on the heel of Esau, man. Okay, symbolic to bringing him down. All right, and we already on Esau's heel through the Spirit. We won. We already beat him through our Lord Yahushua, man. Defeated Satan. All right, the physical counterpart of Satan on earth is Esau either, man. Okay, so spiritually we already look. Once you win the spiritual war, everything else follows after that, man. Because everything first begins in the spirit. Okay, we already cast down the strongholds. It's been revealed. All his lies have been uncovered. Okay, so now we're waiting for this place to physically fall, man. Now we're waiting for it to physically manifest itself. The same process happens in the heavens. Council takes place in the spirit, and then the angels are sent down to physically manifest it here on the planet Earth. All right. So the council took place in the heavens. The spirit came down, revealed us. Opened the scriptures, opened our eyes to it. We went out and prophesied. We woke Jacob, what elect, that is. Now this man has been revealed. This man fallen. So now the only thing left is for this place to physically just fall apart, man. Because we already got Esau in the spirit. We got Esau on the ropes. That's why he has to demonize us, flip our lessons. All right. He has to censor us because he's lost. He's lost the war on information. He lost the war on truth and lies. He's done. Okay? We got Esau by the hill right now, man. We just waiting for our Lord to come down, man, and physically remove this devil, man. Okay?
Yeah, that's 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3. And that wicked man being revealed. You know? The skirt has been lifted. It's whore. This whore is exposed. You know, because this is the time of him coming down. Because when you read 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3, it says, for that time shall not come, all right? At least the falling away shall happen first, and then the man of sin being revealed. You know? But I'm going to continue, okay? It says, verse 13, as it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. It said, and it reads,
That's a quote from Malachi. All right? Go ahead.
And it reads, what shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with the Most High? The Most High forbid.
So it's not unrighteousness with the Most High, and it's going to go into it. The Most High forbid. All right? Because we have this knowledge already, but you people need to understand that there's a balance to everything. All right? Evil had to be present for you to recognize what good is, man. How do you know that, oh, that's a good dude? Because you dealt with an evil person before. You know what I'm saying? Somebody either stole from you, or laid hands on you, or lied to you, or manipulated you, right? So you know that that's a bad person. And how do you know that that's a good person? Because he's not doing the shit that the bad person did. You feel what I'm saying? But with Esau comes deception. He's able to present to you as if it's something good, but it's really evil. Okay, but the wise, he's not going to deceive the elect. All right, we understand that. All right, but the point, bring the point back, brother, according to the election.
Yep. It says, what shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with the Most High?
The Most High unrighteous, man, so consider that. Why would he do that? Consider that. It's a balance. It just has to be present. So the Most High he's not unrighteous. He just had to create both sides. He's the creator. So you can't blame him. No, in order for that to be balanced, both sides had to be created, man. So you come into that understand.
Yeah, that's a spirit, because like the brother just expounded, adding on, speaking about that fire, right? When you think about, when your father, your parents say don't touch the stove, you're gonna get it burnt, right? You go through the process of touching that stove and then you get burnt. Okay? This is that demonstration of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, supreme knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. You go through that process of touching that stove. He told us not to go into these other nations. Here it is. You went into these other nations. You went into wickedness. Okay? And this is what it breeds. It breeds destruction. Now you gain the wisdom and understanding. Now you understand why wickedness cannot be ruled on the earth. Wickedness cannot take superiority over the governance of the earth, because it breeds destruction, confusion, and then destruction. So it's the lesson of the day.
Yep, and ultimately death. It leads to sin. All right, and that was the thing that no one could conquer, was death, but Yahweh Shah. Okay, so you want to live a righteous life and live forever, but we all fell. We all kept dying. Why? Wickedness, sin. Okay, go ahead.
Most High forbid. For he saith to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion. So then it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth.
And that's when we going into the election, man, a purpose. All right? That's why we hope to be part of the elect. Because if you ain't a part of the elect, you ain't a part of the elect, man. Ain't nothing you can do about it. All right? You get business to make a part of the election, sure. Most definitely, but at the end of the day, if you're not part of the elect, you ain't part of the elect, man. All right? It is what it is. But those with faith, they gonna try anyways. They gonna fight anyways. That goes to show you is a good sign you may be part of the elect. How you know you may be part of the elect? Are you in his work? Are you working? Are you giving diligence? Are you staying in this thing? Are you doing things to the best of your ability? That's a good sign you may be part of the elect. But ultimately, do we know? No, man. And how does, like, a person that respects a sport, he's a true player, he loses whatever, he's able to acknowledge certain gifts he's able to come in, like, you know, he respects the game. That's like us. We ain't mad with the Most High, like he's saying that only elect going to make it. No, we respect the game. That's how it is. Only elect gonna make it. All right, cool. Well, let me at least try. And hopefully I'm a part of that. Hopefully I'm one of those men. You know?
That's called true sportsmanship.
Exactly. And that's character. You know what I'm saying? Because a nigga say, well, if I don't know if I'm part elect, so why even try? You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna try because what if I'm not? Let me at least go enjoy it and have fun in the world, because I don't know if I'm a part of the elect. Well, but you damn, well, that's not the mindset of the elect right there. You know, because the elect gonna do the right thing regardless, whether he know he gonna be, you know, he might make it right. He's gonna try. He's gonna do the right thing regardless, man.
That's heavy. That's heavy because through the Spirit, what I'm thinking about is when I'm watching Apostle the ball lesson that he recently did, about 2 hours, you know, walking down memory lane and going into the accounts of our elders, you know, in One West situation, when the Cornelius thing came about, right? They got kicked out of the church, right? And then through the Spirit, right? They try to humble themselves and try to approach our apostle and elders after they after they noticed that through the Spirit the apostles was right. You know, Apostle Tahar said, you know, don't call us, we'll call you, right? That was a matter of Apostle Tahar maintaining his integrity, okay? And that's the thing, you know, even down to Apostle Tahar saying, you know what, I don't want to be a part of your council because your council is wicked, you know, not bowing down, just placing your position of integrity and standing on it, you know, and that's what you were speaking about in reference to, you know what, nah, just because it's a possibility that, oh, yeah, I'm going to lose this battle, that I'm going to breach my integrity, I'm not going to stand up and fight. No, I'm going to take my stand and live and die for what I believe in. That's it, you know, that's just man, that's being a solid man, that's being pure to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah.
That's what he's looking for. You know what I'm saying? Because you could lose everything. But, you know, are you going to try and still fight, man? And try to obtain it. That's the pure in heart. That's what the Lord is looking for. Okay?
That's heavy because that's the spirit of a true warrior, the spirit of a true competitor. Because when you get into sports like Brother Sweetman, even the NBA and stuff like that, right? You make it, now you in the NBA, but you amongst a whole bunch of greats, right? So it's not it's a very slim chance that you could get a chip. But that doesn't stop every competitor to not compete. That's why the Lord said, run ye that's in the race. You know, we all striving for that prize. That's why the Lord is sifting out. He's coming to get the stronger of the strongest spirit. You know? I'm going to continue, I'm going to finish it.
I got a quick precept. Colossians 3 verse 12, it says, put on therefore as the elect of the Most High, holy and beloved, bowels of mercy, kindness, humbleness of mind, meekness, long suffering. So put on there for the elect, you know, as you go into a tryout, you know, it doesn't guarantee you a spot, guarantees an opportunity. So that's why, you know, we've been awakened to the truth because we've been given opportunity. And that's why Brother quoted, making your call and election sure is what we're doing. You know, we don't know, but that's the whole point of it. You know, the trial is to pretty much the suitability of the performer. You know, if you're part of the elect, you're gonna make it. And that's as simple as that, you know, and that's what we came to mind with. That's it, you know.
And if I can say this, you know, you made a good point. You know, hypothetically speaking, you don't make it, at least you know you died trying, you're doing the right thing. So you able to rest with that.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Because the wicked will say the expectation is wrath. So here it is, let's say you just went back in the world, I don't know if I'm gonna make it, fuck it, I'm just go out there. Well, you know when that judgment comes, you expect it. You already know you're gonna die. You like, damn, as soon as it hit, you scared, like, oh shit, you naked. You knew you didn't do what the Lord told you. But at least you know you want to try, man. So you go out with your integrity, like, Lord, I tried my best.
Exactly.
I did what you asked me to do. You feel what I'm saying? That's how you want to go out if you just go out.
You might be found worthy.
Yeah, exactly.
Because the Lord is only requiring so much from each man, each brother. Right? There's some men that have a bigger portion of the spirit, so their works exceed the rest of the brothers. But then you have other brothers, well, their works, maybe just this, and this, and they're doing it to the best of their ability. That's all the Lord wants. And I called you to do your job. You did it. You weren't perfect, but you know what? You still did it. So at the end of the day, you know, you want to cherish too.
Yep. Yeah, that's right. Briefly too, that's showing you, like the scripture says, study to show thyself approved. That's the test. You study for the test, and now you got a possibility, chance of passing the test. You know? But finishing verse 16, and it says, so then it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth.
And it's the humbling part. So you know it's not you. You know it's all to the grace. You know, sometimes you sit back and meditate like, man, ain't no way I'm doing this by myself. And you look at how you holding shit down, you know, you paying your bills, you're able to put up your videos, you're able to abide in the truth, and you holding it down. And you sit and look back like, damn, ain't no way me by myself is holding all this down, man. It's the Lord, you know. So that's the humbling process, and that's what those acknowledge that the Lord puts that in us. So those acknowledge that gonna be humble. All right, those that can see it, they gonna submit and be humble towards the Most High, man, and plead and beg Him. And you gonna walk a certain way because you know it's the Most High that's keeping you in this thing, man. You know?
It says, but of the Most High, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, that showed mercy.
Exactly. It's of the Lord that showed mercy. That's why we here. All right? That's why we here, because the mercies of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, man.
The fact that the Lord left the remnant is mercy. You know, for the whole nation of Israel. Because now we'd be through if there was a remnant. The Lord would be a part of that number, but hey man, a lot of people in the kingdom of heaven talking like the Israelites, y'all gonna reverence the elect in that day and be thankful that the Lord even added elect. You know?
It's just to say we will be as Sodom and we will be as Gomorrah if the Lord didn't leave.
Yeah, that's the precept I'm thinking of.
Verse 17, it says, for the scripture said unto Pharaoh, even for the same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth. Therefore have he mercy on whom he will have mercy, and whom he hardeneth.
Yep. And another thing to think about, like, hey man, you can't think, man, why would the Most High kill all these innocent people and all this? Hey, that's what the Most High wants to do. Just be happy that you're on this side. You can't sit back and be thinking about the rest of these people. Why would he do that? And why would he do that, man? Hey, that's his name speaks for itself, man. He's the creator. I ain't questioning. Just be grateful and happy that you on this side.
The scripture say my thoughts are his thoughts are his. I forget how it goes.
My thoughts are not your thoughts.
JB trying to judge the Most High, like put him in like how you won't do this. You know what I'm saying? Like
They think God's all love. That's why.
bro.
I think it's all love.
Bro, he's doing it. That's the Most High, bro. Just shut up. They be coming to the Most High like the nigga woman, man. You know?
You know, that next
And
step.
that shit, like, bro, that's the Most High, bro.
Verse 19, it says, though thou wilt say, then unto me, why doth he yet find fault for who have resisted his will? Nay, but O man, who art thou that repliest against the Most High? Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus?
Exactly. That's the perfect answer right there. Why hast thou made me thus? Why is this, man? The best thing you can do in this truth, man, is just submit yourself unto Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, stay humble, and do what you're supposed to do, bro. The Lord can easily just snap a finger and you could be in a bad case real quick, man. All right? You know, so just stay humble, do what you need to do, man. You know what you're supposed to be doing.
That's right.
All right? And do the best of your ability, man. And pray and always beg for mercy, bro. Because at the end of the day, the Most High is in control. You know? So, right now.
Yep. Last verse it says, have not the potter power over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and another onto dishonor.
And look, once again, is there unrighteousness to the Most High? This is another good example. You got two pots in the ancient world, right? I got two pots. Just imagine me being in the ancient world. One pot I put drinking water in, one pot I piss in. I use the bathroom in. I shit in. Now, one of those pots had to take that office. You feel what I'm saying? And you just choose one. It ain't that like, oh, one of those pots had to take the option. One had to be filled with water for you to drink out of, and one you had to piss in. So Esau is just that pot that the Most High just piss in, and we just happen to be that pot that the Most High drink water out of. Well, once again, is that unrighteous of the Most High? No. I have a function, I need to piss, and I have a function, I need to drink water. So somebody got to take that position.
And they made out of the same material.
Exactly.
Yeah. The same clay.
Judas. Scripture say Satan entered into him.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? But somebody had to betray him.
He had to be that vessel.
So he had to be that vessel, bro. Like it was what it was. Somebody had to snitch on him, basically. Somebody had to betray him. Somebody had to play that role. You just that vessel. And you can't do nothing about it, bro.
What can we do?
What can you do? We are
be happy
the
that you
mercies and the wheels of the Lord, bro. That's it.
Just be happy you are the vessel, of honor. Goes wrong.
It's like 2 more verses. What if the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endure with much long suffering the vessel of wrath fitted to destruction, in that he might make known the riches of his glory on the vessels of mercy, which he had afore prepared unto glory.
Exactly. So once again, we're that vessel that the Most High is going to distribute that glory on. Because, you want to see the glory of the Most High? Well, the Most High is going to use a vessel to distribute that. The Most High is going to use a vessel to distribute wrath and destruction on. You want to see the wrath and the wrath of the Lord? Well, he has to do something to display that on.
Right.
All right? That has to be displayed in some form. So Esau, we're going to see it when he destroys Esau's kingdom. We're going to see the wrath of the Most High. And the glory of the Most High, starting with Yahushua, when Yahushua come back and being the elect, and we come out with the new bodies in the kingdom, then you're going to see the glory of the Most High. So each vessel, once again, something has to be displayed. Each vessel has its purpose. Right. The Most High just happened to be the one that created both sides, the left and the right. So that's why Paul, he is who he is, man. He's the Most High. There's no unrighteousness within him. So with that, Lord's willing, is that a crime? We'll give all praises to Yahweh,
Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash.
Lord willing, is that a crime? Don't want to self-cultivate millstones. Next time, say shalom.
Shalom.